Hi, I'm Karen Cook. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, this property could be the perfect place to start.
Are you looking for a commercial space in downtown Dexter? Well, you've come to the right place. I've got a 4,000 square foot building available with endless business possibilities.
Hampton up the middle. He breaks straight now to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Jackson. He's going to go deep over the middle. Got a post route open, and it is caught down at the 1 for Jackson.
Kicks it out to the aforementioned Forrest. Look at the up and my goodness.
Under. Jackson tracks it down, spin move, back up. She is fouled, and the basket.
Make sure your business is there for every moment of Jackson Indian action on AYCORP Sports. Advertise on the broadcast today.
At First State Community Bank, our why is simple: to bring a positive impact to every community we serve. We are your neighbors and partners in building a stronger hometown. We work side by side with our community to help local businesses grow and families succeed. Our team takes the time to understand what matters to you, combining personal services with the latest technology so you can bank your way. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at fscb.com.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
At First State Bank and Trust, protecting your money is easy. You don't have to bury it in the backyard or hide it under the mattress or stash it in your cabinets. With FSBT, your money is safe, secure, and always within reach. Choose your local and trusted bank for more than 90 years. First State Bank and Trust.
A 401k can be an important asset for many Americans' retirements. Its tax advantages and portability may enable workers to build sizable and important nest eggs. But its flexibility can also be costly if you aren't aware of potential mistakes.
For example, our guide will teach you how to avoid penalties and taxation on rollovers, strategies that you can use. Request your guide to avoiding 401k rollover mistakes today at alspotwealthmanagement.com.
Hi, I'm Linda Collier with Young Real Estate. Buying a home can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. I'll guide you every step of the way. Let's turn your search into a success.
At SEMO Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let SEMO Health Network take care of you.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodation and service to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dynagrow Seed, for real.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Attaboy. Way to hustle for the muscle.
Helping positive gym bros and everybody else.
At WW Wood Products, we're more than just cabinets. We're a community where the value of hard work is still held to the highest regard. Since 1977, we've built more than just our products. We've helped generations of people build skills, careers, and better futures for their families. We're a place where hard work creates opportunity and where that opportunity can become something lasting. WW Wood Products, building more than cabinets since 1977.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
As a former Missouri Assistant Attorney General and former Assistant Prosecutor in Pemiscot County, Dustin Mayer will put his trial experience to work for you. Kirsten Massey is an Associate Attorney at Mayer Law Office who practices estate planning and family law. Whether your legal needs are for criminal defense, personal injury, workers' compensation, estate planning, or family law, Mayer Law Office is your tried and trusted local attorneys. Call or visit our website for more information.
Hi, I'm Karen Cook. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, this property could be the perfect place to start.
Are you looking for a commercial space in downtown Dexter? Well, you've come to the right place. I've got a 4,000 square foot building available with endless business possibilities.
Hampton up the middle. He breaks free now to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Jackson. He's going to go deep over the middle. Got a post route open, and it is caught. Caught down at the 1 for Jackson.
Kicks it out to the aforementioned Forrest. Look at the up and my goodness.
Jackson tracks it down, spin move, back up. She is fouled, and the basket.
Make sure your business is there for every moment of Jackson Indian action on AYCORP Sports. Advertise on the broadcast today.
At First State Community Bank, our why is simple: to bring a positive impact to every community we serve. We are your neighbors and partners in building a stronger hometown. We work side by side with our community to help local businesses grow and families succeed. Our team takes the time to understand what matters to you, combining personal services with the latest technology so you can bank your way. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at fscb.com.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
At First State Bank and Trust, protecting your money is easy. You don't have to bury it in the backyard or hide it under the mattress or stash it in your cabinets. With FSBT, your money is safe, secure, and always within reach. Choose your local and trusted bank for more than 90 years. First State Bank and Trust.
A 401k can be an important asset for many Americans' retirements. Its tax advantages and portability may enable workers to build sizable and important nest eggs. But its flexibility can also be costly if you aren't aware of potential mistakes.
For example, our guide will teach you how to avoid penalties and taxation on rollovers, strategies that you can use. Request your guide to avoiding 401k rollover mistakes today at alspotwealthmanagement.com.
Hi, I'm Linda Collier with Young Real Estate. Buying a home can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. I'll guide you every step of the way. Let's turn your search into a success.
At SEMO Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let SEMO Health Network take care of you.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodation and service to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
Bryant on the toss sweep. He's got a lot of room. Hampton up the middle. He breaks free now. And it's picked off. Picked off. Give him another. His fifth of the night.
The wait is finally over. High school football is here. Good evening and welcome to Friday night under the lights at the Pit in Jackson, Missouri. The 2026 high school football season is finally here, and we are AYCORP Sports bringing you Jackson Fighting Indians football. Tonight, the matchup will be the Tigers traveling from Edwardsville, taking on the home team, the Indians of Jackson. AYCORP Sports is thrilled to be partnering with Jackson to bring you all of the action from the Pit all season long. He's David Jenkins. I'm Kyler Messenger, and welcome to Jackson football.
Kyler, I'm excited to be here tonight. I mean, there is not a better atmosphere than Jackson and the Pit on a football Friday night. I'm telling you, Coach Ryan Nesbitt, his Indians are coming off a very successful season. The only loss of the season last year, coming in the Class 6 state semifinal game to eventual state champion Lee Summit. They returned 4 of their 5 All-State players from last season. The one graduating All-Stater, though, is Drew Parsons, the quarterback. Some big shoes to fill there, but, they have a lot returning. Edwardsville, on the other hand, is coming off of a rare sub-500 season. The Indians won this matchup last season, 33-28 at Edwardsville.
Yeah, you talk about the Edwardsville Tigers coming off of a losing season. David, their first losing season since 2010. So losing, not something that Edwardsville is used to. Losing, also not something that the Indians are used to. The last time, though, that Edwardsville traveled here to Jackson was 2022. They came here to the Pit. They were supposed to in 2024, but, circumstances happened. They ended up playing in Edwardsville. So 2022, Jackson is riding a 31-game win streak at the Pit where we are tonight, and Edwardsville snapped that streak in double OT. David, Jackson is looking to get revenge tonight.
Yeah, they are. The season, the series between these two has been dominated by Edwardsville. They won 3 straight up until last year, but last year, Jackson sneaked out a win. It was a close win, 33-28. They kind of held them off there at the end, and it was a really good game. But Edwardsville, man, they lost 37 seniors from last year's team, including starters on both sides of the football. They're kind of a rebuilding team this year. They lost to Kankakee 28-7 in their opener, but Kankakee's a really good team. So we're going to see what Edwardsville has coming in here tonight.
Yeah, you're right. Talking about them losing 37 seniors compared to Jackson returning 4 out of their 5 All-State players. So a little bit difference in the returners on these two teams. You also talk about the defense at Edwardsville. Their leading tackler, their linebacker, Oliver Brown, who also plays running back, he's out this year. He got hurt before the season started. So they're not only dealing with not as many returners as Jackson, they're having some injuries to start this season.
Yeah, and Jack Haggerty, who's another one of their top returners on defense, he's out as well. So, you've got 2 guys that are big-time players for them on defense they were really going to depend on. They are out, but, they got a lot of other guys, Edwardsville year in and year out is a team that's usually a very good football team. And, they have a lot of pride in their program. They're going to come in here and, they're not afraid of Jackson or this atmosphere. Their coach is Kelsey Pickering. He said in the media this week that this is one of the best atmospheres his team is going to see this season. And his team was ready for it.
It's the Pit. Look at the fans here tonight in Jackson. You got the student section. You got fans from all around the city. Everybody is here to watch Jackson football. Not only is Jackson football a football team, it's a community staple here in Jackson. They are all about football in Jackson. So this team really looking to have a good season. Let's talk about the coaches. You talk about Kelsey Pickering, the head coach for Edwardsville. He's entering his 4th season as head coach with the squad. So his first time having all of his guys for 4 years, all of his seniors having them for 4 years. But Pickering is not unfamiliar to Edwardsville. Before he became the head coach, he was the defensive coordinator for Edwardsville for 15 years. So he has been a long-time Edwardsville coach. He's been around these guys. He's coached NFL players that have came through Edwardsville, and now he's looking to coach some more this year. You flip the script, Ryan Nesbitt, the coach over on Jackson. What do you know about Nesbitt?
He's just an outstanding coach. He's came to Jackson and just continued their winning program and even elevated them as well. The last year that fantastic football team, 12-1. He just got this program rolling. His father is a college coach. He's got a lot of experience, and he's just one of those guys that just knows football and does a really nice job getting this Jackson team ready to go week in and week out.
You're absolutely right, David. Ryan Nesbitt, before becoming the head coach at Jackson, was the head coach at Troy Buchanan, and Nesbitt is familiar with turning a program around. When he was at Troy, they lost the first 18 games under his watch. Now, in an atmosphere where we're in now, in a sports atmosphere, maybe he wouldn't have made it at Troy, but they stuck out with Nesbitt, and Nesbitt is now the all-time winningest coach in Troy Buchanan history. Now he's here at Jackson for his 4th season, so he's had these seniors since they were freshmen, and now he has the chance to return some guys.
Yeah, he went up to Troy, and Troy is always a basketball school, and he kind of turned them where football was huge for them up there, and he did a great job up there. And like I said, he just came down here and continued that, what he has done, and this Jackson tradition. They've been rolling strong for over a decade, and this shows no sign of slowing down. They are the crown jewel of football in Southeast Missouri, and that is unquestioned.
Yeah, you're right. And they got the guys to show for it, right? You got senior Jalen Hampton, the running back who's been starting since he was a freshman, potentially one of the, if not the greatest running back in Jackson history, right? He's got over 70 combined touchdowns on his career. Last season, Jalen Hampton ran for 1,300 yards and had 1,725 total yards between receiving and running. So not only can Hampton run the ball, he can catch it. And then you got returners like the offensive lineman Braden Harris. You got returners like receivers Jory Toma and Blaine Reagan. But the big new spot to fill for Jackson is that quarterback position. Drew Parsons, who made the All-State team a season ago. He's now at SEMO playing baseball. He was a senior. He graduated. And in comes the incoming junior, Tyler Fisher, to start this year for Jackson.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that he waited his turn, and now it's his turn. He got to play a lot last year in mop-up minutes, and he's got a lot of weapons, like you said, to help him out. Jalen Hampton, like you said, he's one of the better running backs that Jackson's ever had here, with the names of Mario Whitney, Nathan Norman, Glenn Brunke, Devry Flint. A lot of great players here that he can put his name alongside. But a lot of other weapons as well. Blaine Reagan, he's a really nice, speedy guy. But you have Jory Toma, who's a great receiver as well. I mean, a lot of weapons for Tyler Fisher here to throw to, and that's going to make things a little bit easier for him as he gets introduced to the first game of the year, Friday night lights here, and being the starting quarterback.
And an offensive line that consists of all upperclassmen, all juniors and seniors on the offensive line, including Braden Harris, who is committed to Kansas State. So, Tyler Fisher at quarterback, he's got a ton of weapons. 2 weapons that we didn't happen to mention, the senior receiver Evan Turley, who does it all. He kicks for this team. He returns punts for this team. He receives. So Turley, a versatile player. And then they got the tight end, Grant Brown. Grant Brown, also the backup quarterback for this squad. Jackson has a lot of versatility. Man, am I excited. They're about to take the field. They're about to go out and meet at half. David, I'm ready.
Yeah, so many names to mention. There's just not enough time. I mean, you could go list on and on their defense. We didn't even talk about their defense. Their defense is outstanding. A lot of returners back. Jackson's known for having great linebackers, but they're loaded top to bottom on the defensive line all the way back to the safety position. They've got a lot of guys that can play. I mean, this is just a loaded team. And again, I think they're the crown jewel of Southeast Missouri as far as high school football teams, and this team is primed and ready to go for another big year.
Yeah, man. So you see on the field right now, Jackson and Edwardsville captains, head coach Ryan Nesbitt and Kelsey Pickering of Edwardsville taking the center stage, looking to see who's going to receive and who is going to kick. We talk about that Jackson defense. They're led by linebacker Joa Moore. Now, Joa received his first D1 offer from UT Martin, as well as some other schools this summer. A lot of guys on this squad have D1 offers. We already talked about most of them, but Joa Moore, one of those guys who has offers as well.
Yeah, I think there's like 7 or 8 guys already that have offers, and there'll be a lot more when the season's over. There's going to be quite a few guys that are on this Jackson team playing on Saturdays next year, but it's just a really nice program they've got rolling here, and it's great for AYCORP to partner with them and get to broadcast their home games, because there's a lot of people in this area that want to watch these Jackson games.
And we're here. David Jenkins, Kyler Messenger going to be on the call for you all home games this season. We'll bring you a couple updates of what we're going to be streaming. That's AYCORP Sports next week. Week 2 is going to be a super busy one. We got 2 volleyball matches. We got a soccer match and a football game. So on Monday night, we got volleyball from the BEC, the Bearcat Event Center in Dexter. Bearcats will be taking on Saxony Lutheran. And then next Wednesday, you got the Bulldog Nation Network, Sykeston soccer playing against Marion, Illinois. And then on Thursday night, first volleyball game for Jackson. It'll be Jackson taking on the Dexter Bearcats. And then on Friday as well of next week, you got Sykeston and Dexter football. So a ton of sports coming up this season for AYCORP. We're super excited to bring it to you. But Jackson football, the time is now.
Got the coin toss here. We're going to see what we have going. Talking to the players.
So we'll figure out who is going to be receiving, who is going to be kicking. Jackson, the home team, Edwardsville, the visitors. Let's talk a little bit about what these two teams did just a season ago, David. So we did allude to it a little bit in the open of the broadcast. Edwardsville, their very first losing season since 2010. They go 4-6. How about Jackson, though? Undefeated in the regular season, 12-1 come playoff time. David, how'd they end up finishing at the end of last year?
Yeah, you know, unfortunately a tough loss up at Lee Summit up near Kansas City in a really close game. They had the lead late and it slipped away and probably a chance to win a state title after that. But so you know that it kind of gives them a little bit of an edge, a little bit of a chip on their shoulder for this year, something to motivate them, and because you know it's there for the taking again this year.
So it will be the home team to kick off. The Tigers will be back to receive high school football, Jackson Indians football. We are here.
Looks like Brandon Houston Jr., number 4, and looks like Journey Thompson, the 2 deep backs here for Edwardsville.
Place kicker for the Jackson Indians will be Nolan Moore, the sophomore. So Noor and the rest of the Fighting Indians will kick, and the Tigers will receive. And just listen to this crowd for a second.
Yeah, about 4,000, I would guess, here on hand tonight. It's packed. There's not a seat anywhere.
If you're showing up late, you might as well continue watching on AYCORP Sports because it is packed, just like you said. Here's the kick, and here's the first look at action. Edwardsville going to run up the right side to the 25-yard line before they are tackled by Jackson. So it will be the offense of Edwardsville. They got 2 quarterback rotations, David. They got Dean Williams, and they got Brady Reams. Dean Williams, a senior who also plays a little bit of safety. He'll be starting on the defensive side of the rock for Edwardsville. And then Brady Reams, who played last week against Kankakee, went 7 for 15, 111 yards. It does look like Dean Williams will be the first quarterback that we see tonight.
Actually, that's Brady Reams back there.
Okay.
I think that's number 7. Their 7s and 2s look a lot alike. It's tough to tell, but I think that's Reams.
So Dean Williams throws to the running back. He's going to look to get to the outside, about a 3-yard gain for the very first play of the game before the Fighting Indians make the stop. So it is Dean Williams to start for Edwardsville.
Already made my first mistake of the year, but those 7s and 2s look a lot alike. Dean Williams, like I said, he's a senior. He's more the running quarterback. He'll throw little short passes. Reams has the deeper, you know, he can throw deeper. He's got the stronger arm of the 2 quarterbacks.
Absolutely. Reams and shotgun. Man in motion. Williams will keep it. He'll go to the left. He's going to almost get a first down before being tackled by the Indians.
Nice job there of recovering there for Jackson, getting over there and stopping him before that first down.
So it's going to be 3rd and just a couple to go. 3rd and 1 for Edwardsville. Will Jackson get a stop on the opening drive? Only time will tell. On the outside, on the corners, it's Memphis Maddox playing cornerback, number 0 for Jackson. On his opposite side, it's Blaine Reagan rocking the number 1. Brock Reagan, his twin brother, playing free safety. And here's Dean Williams with the snap. He hands it off to the back. He gets 1 yard. He's still pushing, but he just gets the 1, enough for an Edwardsville first down.
Yeah, just over the left side of the line there, just got enough for the first down. Number 22 there on the carry.
It's Cohen Followell. Cohen also plays a little defense himself. He plays outside linebacker, and we're moving quick here. So 1st and 10 for Edwardsville. We were moving quick. They were trying to catch Jackson off guard. Now they're going to secure that play call. Receivers moving a little bit out. You got 2 on the right side, 1 on the left. Williams in shotgun. Here's the snap. Williams drops. He throws. Catch is made over the middle for a back-to-back first down. That was Griffin Pottist for Edwardsville.
Yeah, nice job right there. Gain of about 11 or 12 right there on just a little quick pass. They know that Jackson's going to bring a rush.
So on the D-line for Jackson, they got 3 seniors up there running a 3-4 type defense. Edwardsville moving quick here, and you see their strategy early. They're trying to get Jackson on a quick little encroachment, quick offsides. Williams gets his call from coach, and here come the Tigers. A handoff. Here comes Followell. Tackled down with a gain of 2.
Yeah, nice job by the defensive line there of Jackson, swallowing him up quick.
I do apologize. That was Wyatt Gibbs behind in the backfield. Gibbs with his carry of just about 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. See Brandon Houston, the running back, come check in the game.
Yeah, they sub a lot of guys in and out on these plays. They're moving a lot of guys in and out already.
Trying to catch the defense off guard. As we mentioned, they got those 2 quarterbacks, so it'll really be something to watch. How much does number 2 Dean Williams play? When does number 7 Brady Reams get some action? Only time will tell. Handoff to Houston. He's looking to find a hole. He'll cut to the outside. What a tackle by number 7 Brock Reagan.
Yeah, he ran into his own blocker there, and that cost him. He had the edge if he wouldn't have ran into his blocker, but he's going to lose a couple after that.
Yep, loss of 1 or loss of a couple at least, so it looks like it'll be a 3rd and 10. 3rd and long. Jackson looking for their first stop just about the midfield line. Could set themselves up for some good field position. We'll see what the call is for Edwardsville.
Big 3rd down here early in the game. You'd like to think they're probably going to go a quick pass here of some sort.
Williams in shotgun. Here's the snap. He drops back. He'll roll out to the left. Looking for the running back, Houston. He's going to go deeper. That catch is made by Pottist again, and a first down for Edwardsville.
Yeah, he just turned and went to the sideline, and they put Williams in motion, rolling him out to the left side, and he was able to get that completion.
You know, that's tough for a quarterback, not only rolling out and throwing the ball, but rolling out to your weak side, right? He's a righty quarterback, rolling to the left. It's a tough move right there by Williams. They're going to keep in hurry up. 1st and 10. And once again, that hurry up was in illusion. It's Cohen Followell, the running back here. Williams, the play action. He's going to keep it himself, and he is swallowed by the Red Sea.
Yeah, that one, I think he missed the read on that one. He kept it himself. He probably should have handed it and let him go to the right side. Nice job by that Jackson defense, swallowing him up.
Yep, so it's evident early that they can run from the quarterback position. They're running some options here, some RPOs, run-pass options for Edwardsville, so it'll be interesting to see how that continues out throughout this game. Loss of about 3, so it'll be 2nd and 13. Followell, the running back, will switch sides. He's on the right of his quarterback, Williams. Williams takes the snap. It'll be a quick throw on over. A screen pass is swallowed up by none other than Brock Reagan. He's got 2 tackles here early.
Yeah, using his speed. I mean, he read that the whole way, got there quickly. So another loss, 2 straight plays with a loss. Now you got to stop them if you're Jackson here on 3rd down.
And the last 3rd down we saw for Edwardsville did result in a first down. We'll see what it results in this time. Last time it was a 3rd and 10. Now it'll be 3rd and 14. Williams in the shotgun. 3rd and 14, Williams fakes the run. He runs again. He's looking for a hole on the right side. He is swallowed up by Blaine Reagan, Joe Amore, and the rest of the Indians defense right around the 38-yard line. And that'll be a stop, bringing up 4th down for Jackson.
Yeah, you'd think they'd go for it here, being in Jackson territory this close. Got down to the 36, so a gain of 8 there for Williams.
Yeah, a couple more yards than I thought he got. You're right, he's at the 36. So a 4th and 6, the first 4th down here at Jackson, and you hear the cowbells ringing. This crowd does not want them to convert. Nobody bites on the fake play call, so Williams will gather the call from his coaches again.
Yeah, great discipline from Jackson. You're going to expect a lot of penalties in this first game, but great job by that Indian defense not jumping. And they're going to get a timeout.
A timeout is called. We're going to take one as well. When we come back, it'll be 4th and 6. Edwardsville looking to continue their drive. You're watching Jackson football on AYCORP Sports.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Attaboy. Way to hustle for the muscle.
Helping positive gym bros and everybody else.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodation and service to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
We welcome you back to the pit, the home of the Indians' first home game, first game in general for Jackson. Edwardsville did play a game last week against Kankakee. They themselves are 0-1. But, David, it's the first week. You can't really judge too much off of that.
No, absolutely not. And honestly, it's a benefit, I think, for Edwardsville a little bit to have, they've already played once, kind of got your feet wet, got the nerves already out. This Jackson team, this is their first game of the year. So, maybe a little bit of an advantage for Edwardsville right there. And, they're coming out and moving the ball to start.
They are, but they haven't played in an environment like the pit. So here's a 4th down attempt for Edwardsville. The snap goes to Williams. He'll drop back to throw. He's going to juke out Joe Amore. He's looking for the first, a second juke. And Dean Williams, the second conversion on a long play. This one, the first 4th down conversion for the Tigers.
Yeah, he's very elusive right there, and he was able to break a couple of tackles and do a nice job just to get enough to get that first down. Great job there by Williams.
And so a season ago, Edwardsville had a different quarterback. Their quarterback, a senior, graduating. But Williams did get some time last year, especially towards the end of the year. Had just under 500 passing yards, and he had over 200 rushing yards. So absolutely right, David. He is a dual threat. Preciado, the tight end in motion. Williams will roll out left, and that defense was right on him. That was Lucas Cox, who almost got the sack before Williams threw it away.
Yeah, great job right there, getting some pressure on him in the backfield. He kind of panicked a little bit, didn't have time to set his feet, just was able to get rid of it just in time before he was sacked.
So we talk about the upperclassmen defensive line of Jackson. Will go from right to left if you're standing where they are on the field. Keegan Brueggemann, Cameron Caldwell playing that nose guard spot, and then on the left end or the left tackle, Aiden Jones. All 3 seniors on the defensive line for Jackson. Brandon Houston Jr. back into the game for the Tigers. And it looks like
we got another timeout.
A second timeout here. This one, Edwardsville way. We just took a timeout, so we're going to stay here, David. The first losing season for Edwardsville since 2010, a season ago. But, man, these guys win, right? They beat Jackson the last few times that they played. Jackson looking for some revenge.
Oh yeah, this is a really nice football program they've had. Like you said, they've had guys go to the pros. They've had a ton of success over the years. This is not a football team that and even their record last year, their 4-6 record. That's a record that is against a very tough competition as well. They play some really tough teams up in that St. Louis area up there, and it's and they played Kankakee week 1, who's a very tough team. So this is a team that they'll play tough teams, and they do a really nice job. Year in and year out. It was just unfortunate they didn't get the winning season last year, but they think they're going to get one this year.
So Dean Williams will come out. 2nd and 10. He's in an empty backfield. Brandon Houston, the running back, out wide. He'll move in motion. The snap. Williams throws it to Houston. Houston, he's got room to work. He's got the outside, but there is Brock Reagan, a brick wall.
Yeah, did a really nice job sticking him out there. Some good blocking there on that play by Edwardsville.
That's a nice little design bubble screen for the running back, Houston. He comes in motion behind the quarterback, and then the tight end, Preciado. They've been doing a lot of motion with the tight end, so that's kind of something to watch. Number 18, Preciado. That's Roman Preciado, just for anybody. He also plays middle linebacker. He will start at tight end predominantly, but we might see him on defense today.
Yeah, they've already thrown 6 passes already on this first drive. They're going to throw those short passes, especially especially with Williams in the game, and he's going to do a lot of different stuff, with that motion.
Preciado in motion. Third and just a few. Quick screen pass. Williams gets the completed pass. A tackle is broken before Joe Moore is there to make the final play. And a gain of just a yard, maybe give him a yard. Probably you just give him a foot or two. It's going to be another 4th down for Edwardsville.
Yeah, he caught that ball, and I think he was expecting to get hit right as soon as he caught it. And, if he would have caught it and just immediately turned, I think he'd have been okay.
You can't really blame the guy, right? These Jackson Indians, they hit hard, David. I mean, you see the couple hits from Brock Reagan today. He's been smacking people. In that last hit from Joe Moore, who's got D1 offers this summer, also very elite.
Yeah,
so it's just...
Now you're going to have a field goal attempt. You don't see this a lot in high school football. It looks like it's going to be a 37-yard attempt here.
It's Lucas Garman, the kicker, looking to get Edwardsville on the board first. The kick is up and it's blocked. It's blocked by Jackson. And the ball goes out of bounds. The Indians let Edwardsville get in scoring position, but the defense of the Indians stands strong. It'll be Jackson ball going the other way.
Yeah, the great play right there by Jackson. Just almost untouched through that line and was able to get through and get that block. Huge play for Jackson.
How about Lucas Cox, the man to get that block? Man, is he having a good game so far.
Yeah, we mentioned his name already a couple times. So fast coming off the edge. A lot of people talk about Jackson. Jackson's got a ton of speed at a lot of different positions.
And the moment you've all been waiting for, the Jackson Indians offense is back, led by junior quarterback Tyler Fisher, senior running back Jalen Hampton, junior receiver Jory Toma, and senior left tackle Braden Harris. One of the first time in a few years, to my memory, David, that they have had all upperclassmen on the offensive line. This Indians team is going to be scary. First snap, Fisher, it's a play action. Now he's going to look for Hampton. He's got a man chasing him in a sack for Edwardsville on the first play of the game.
Yeah, and his helmet comes off, so he's going to have to leave the game as well. So he'll have to leave the game for a play. But, yeah, just his receiver wasn't open, and he wasn't able to find that second option before the pressure got to him.
So I said first play of the game meant first play of Jackson offense. You guys knew what I meant. But the second play on Jackson offense and starting quarterback Tyler Fisher has to sit one out. So here's the freshman Easton Richardson getting his first varsity action in game 1. And it looks like we do have a penalty. I believe that's going to be a false start. We'll see what the official call is from our referee. It is a false start from the offensive line of Jackson. A sack to start out on play number 1, a false start before play number 2. It's week 1, David. This can be expected.
Yeah, and plus you got a backup quarterback in there. You've probably been used to the cadence of your starting quarterback, and then all of a sudden you've got your backup in there. So
Richardson to Hampton. Hampton gets swallowed by white jerseys. They were all around him.
Yeah, I think with the backup quarterback, I think it was a pretty good bet that they were going to run the ball there. Look at the clock. I mean, Edwardsville took up a lot of time with that first drive.
Yeah, and that's huge for Jackson to get that block, right? Because that would have been bad to go down early here, 3-0 after losing 10 minutes plus of clock. So Tyler Fisher, a 3rd and 16. He's in empty formation. Here's the snap. Fisher will roll right. Now he'll throw left. Jory Toma's got it. Toma's going to look to make something happen. He's hard to get down. Is he going to have enough for a first? It's going to be close.
Looks like he's going to be yep, they're going to give it to him. Perfect yardage right there. Fisher to Toma for 16 yards, and they got the first down.
And how about that little deke? Tyler Fisher rolls to the right. You think he's going to go right, and he throws a screen back to Toma immediately on the left. Now, Jory Toma, number 10, one of these players on the Jackson Indians offense, who has received D1 offers. He's actually committed to stay home and play here at SEMO after his senior year, which is this season.
Yeah, so you got to love it when they stay home and go to SEMO. We get to see him on Saturdays.
Fisher drops back to Toma again. This ball dropped.
Yeah, I think he was just running there before he caught the ball. And again, first game jitters, it's going to happen. You just hope it doesn't happen a lot. But Jory told me he's got some of the surest hands in Southeast Missouri. He's going to be fine.
Yeah, you really wouldn't expect to see that result too many more times after that. Tyler Fisher in shotgun, and it looks like we're going to have an offsides. The disciplined Jackson offense earns themselves a penalty back, and they get 5. So it'll be 2nd and 5.
Got a score in here. Sykeston leads Park Hill Central 6-0 in the first quarter.
Okay, that's huge for Sykeston.
Yeah, Sykeston thinks they're going to be better this year, so that's good. They need that.
Jalen Hampton gets the carry. He's looking for a hole on the left side, and he's hard to get down. It's going to take a couple of Tigers to get him. It's going to be a first down Jackson's way.
Yeah, about 12 yards there on the carry, and he averages probably, I think last year he averaged about 8 yards a carry, and he can pop one off at any time. He's just heck of a running back, and like you said, he's been here for 4 years. And, he's etched his name in there with some of the best.
Absolutely. Jalen Hampton, also one of the players on this squad who's had D1 offers. Last year averaged 7.4 yards per carry. Fisher, he'll pull it back. It's a screen pass to Toma. Toma's going to look to make something happen. He gets tackled by the defender, Cruz Lakatos, but not before he gained some yards.
Yeah, we're going to give him about 9, just shy of that first down. Just a nice little wide receiver screen right there.
So Jory Toma, the returning lead man on this Jackson receiving core. They're only a 1,000-yard receiver from a year ago. He had 1,040 yards last season, and he's looking to start this season off on the right track. Hand off to Jalen Hampton. He's got room to work. He's going to cut this to the outside. Jalen Hampton, again, 2 Tigers are needed to take him down. That's another first down for Hampton and the Indians.
Yeah, good strong run off that left side. Just Jalen Hampton getting to the edge. Great blocking by his line to help him free it up. And we're running down at the end of the first quarter here.
Yeah, just a few plays they've ran it left to Braden Harris a couple times. Hampton's going to cut back left, dodges a tackle. Could have been a loss of a few. Hampton will make it a gain of 2. And that is going to be the first quarter. We saw Edwardsville get in field goal position before their field goal attempt was blocked. Jackson driving, heading into the second. David Jenkins, Kyler Messenger. This is Jackson Indians football on AYCORP Sports.
A 401k can be an important asset for many Americans' retirements. Its tax advantages and portability may enable workers to build sizable and important nest eggs. But its flexibility can also be costly if you aren't aware of potential mistakes.
For example, our guide will teach you how to avoid penalties and taxation on rollovers, strategies that you can use. Request your guide to avoiding 401k rollover mistakes today at alspotwealthmanagement.com.
Maybe a little bit longer if they're doing something.
Dave has been cooking up all kinds of food and soups over the past 30 years. And that has only helped add to the atmosphere and the smell.
And we are back here on AYCORP Sports. It's Jackson Fighting Indians football. 0-0 is your score here while the second quarter starts. David, what have we seen so far?
A quick quarter is what we saw. Edwardsville dominated that first time of possession in that first quarter. Got several first downs, kind of moved the clock. They ran the play clock down. And so Jackson's still here on their first drive, and we're starting the second quarter. But Jackson moving it well. And, they had a little hiccup there right at the beginning, but they got over that really quick. And they've seemed to be pulling off chunks 5, 6, 7 yards, a play right now.
I mean, if you're a Jackson fan, you weren't worried, but it was a little worrisome of a start. You saw a drop at the beginning of this drive. We saw a false start. We saw a sack to start the game, and Fisher's helmet came off, so he was forced to come out of the game. But since they have just been moving the ball as quick as we saw those mistakes happen. So just about 25 yards to go for Jackson. 2nd and 5. Fisher in shotgun. He'll pull it back from Hampton, throw the screen to Blaine Reagan, and there's that track speed that we all know Blaine Reagan has. That's a Jackson first down.
Yeah, he catches that ball and just explodes. Gain of about 6 on that pass, and they're just little small passes, but they're picking up big yards, 5, 6, 7 yards a chunk.
I mean, David,
what you want.
Sorry to cut you off. Blaine Reagan, when he gets up after a tackle and jogs over to his new position, still runs faster than I've ever ran. I mean, this kid is fast. Tyler Fisher now under the center. Jalen Hampton in the backfield. It'll be a handoff left side to Hampton. He makes a move before he is brought down by the Tigers.
Yeah, really nice tackle right there by Aiden Bennett. Grabbed him by the shoestring and brought him down. Otherwise, I think he would have got about 10, 15 yards right there because that hole opened quick.
And so we talked about this Edwardsville defense. They lost 2 of their starting linebackers. The linebacker's an important key player, important position to tackle, but you got guys like Aiden Bennett who can come in and fill that role. So great job by Bennett in the Edwardsville defense. Jory Toma in motion here to put all receivers on the right side of the field. Fisher drops back, tries to find Toma quick. They just don't connect that time.
Yeah, a great job right there. That was by Luke Ramirez. Knocks that ball down and just a right man, right spot right there. Read that very well. Immediately took off for that spot and saw that he was coming down Toma was coming right down the middle. They were going to try to get him on that scene.
Third and 7. Tyler Fisher takes the snap. He's looking for who he's going to find. He's going to look for the running back, Hampton. Hampton is just overthrown, unable to corral that ball. That'll bring up 4th and 7 for Jackson.
He had him too, just a little high, went off his hands, but he was wide open. There was somebody missed an assignment there for Edwardsville. He was running free to the end zone.
Yeah, he didn't really run straight to the end zone. He kind of ran horizontal and then had that vertical break. It was a good route by Hampton. And so both of these teams lining up for field goals here early. It'll be Jack Henry Outman to kick for Jackson, looking to get a different result than Edwardsville did. The hold. Here's the kick, and Henry Outman nails it. It is Jackson 3, Edwardsville 0.
Yeah, nice 34-yard field goal to start the season. Nice job.
So Henry Outman last year, David, had a field goal long of 29 yards. Already longer in the first attempt of the year. So we're going to take a quick break before we come back. Jackson Indians football on AYCORP Sports.
At First State Community Bank, our why is simple: to bring a positive impact to every community we serve. We are your neighbors and partners in building a stronger hometown. We work side by side with our community to help local businesses grow and families succeed. Our team takes the time to understand what matters to you, combining personal services with the latest technology so you can bank your way. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at fscb.com.
It is Jackson 3, Edwardsville none. And David, we were talking about it on the break. How much did you expect both of these teams to attempt a field goal in their first drive of the year?
Yeah, I don't think I expected either team to do that, but a really nice job by Jackson executing that. And honestly, special teams so far for Jackson is the star of the game so far.
So Nolan Moore, will kick it off to Brandon Houston Jr. of Edwardsville. He is swallowed behind the 20. Edwardsville will have to go more than they did last drive. They're down at the 18 for their start. So Dean Williams and the rest of the Tigers will return on offense.
Yeah, we'll see how they do it here. They play both quarterbacks. We'll see if they're switching them off here. But I thought Williams did a really nice job that first drive. He made some things happen, and it looks like he may be coming back out here to start this second drive.
He is. So their senior running back, Brandon Houston, was the man to return that kick. They got lots of people in the running back position, kind of similar to Jackson, right? Just a really deep position for both of these squads. So Dean Williams in shotgun with Cohen Followell next to him. And Williams is going to keep it. Unless he tosses it. Oh, my goodness. Lucas Cox.
Say his name again. He was right man on the spot there, and he drops him for about a loss of 4 or 5. And we also have an injury here for Edwardsville.
So Lucas Cox really announcing his name to Jackson fans. Not only did he have a QB pressure early in the first, he now has a hit stick. I don't think we put that in the stat book, but we're going to remember that hit stick, and a blocked field goal.
Yeah, that's a it's already a heck of a game. We're barely starting here in the second quarter, but yeah, definitely a nice start there by Lucas Cox.
Lucas Cox is not the only great linebacker on this Jackson squad. They actually are led by 2 seniors, Cox being one of them, and Joe Amore, who plays inside linebacker. Cox is their outside linebacker. Their opposite outside linebacker, Greg Parker, a junior, playing pretty well outside of Cox. And then the junior inside linebacker next to Joe Amore, Grant Allspaw.
Yeah, you know, outside linebacker coach Treston Pulley, who used to be at Sykeston, he just started this year for Jackson. He's got to be happy with that.
So the run by Followell, again, he is swallowed by red jerseys. It was Keegan Brueggemann and co. to make that tackle. It'll be a 3rd and long for the Tigers.
Yeah, Jackson looks like they may have made a couple of adjustments here. They've shut down this run early. Now you got a 3rd and long, you know, from their own 13. This is where if you're Edwardsville, you certainly don't want to make a mistake. But if you're Jackson, you want to maybe look for maybe an interception or something here because you know they're going to have to put it in the air or something.
Saw a couple 3rd down conversions, even a 4th down conversion from Edwardsville early. We'll see what they're working with today. Williams, play action. He'll drop back. Here comes Brueggemann chasing him. Williams gonna look for Prochedo, and that ball is dropped. It'll be 4th down. Edwardsville way.
Yeah, just a little bit behind their tight end, and you know he was on the run, running for his life. Another second, I think Jackson would have had him. Great defensive stand there by Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, the defensive line of Jackson chasing down Williams, not making it easy, having to throw on the run is going to be hard. Wasn't a bad toss. Prochedo just wasn't able to bring it in because that coverage from Jackson was so tight. So this is going to be a deep punt for Edwardsville. You see the return man, Evan Turley, lined up just at midfield for Jackson. I mean, he is literally 2 feet inside of the midfield line. If that ball happened to land where he's standing, Jackson is going to be set up pretty nice.
Yeah, they should get great field position out of this.
Here's the punt from Lucas Garman. He does get it off, but this one is straight out of bounds at about the 30-yard line, David. It hit off the wrong side of his foot.
Oh, they're even moving it further. It's going to be at the 27.
So how about that field position for Jackson? Not only did they have a blocked kick, which did not give them as great field position earlier, but now they have a punt that goes out of bounds, and they're going to get ball within the 30-yard line.
And we had a hold on Jackson, so that'll move them back 10 yards. I didn't see who that was on, but that was up near the line of scrimmage. So yeah, that's unfortunate there for Jackson. Even with the penalty, though, they're still going to get some pretty good field position.
Absolutely. So the offense of Jackson will take the field. Believe that penalty was off of the field position. They won't get to redo the kick. They don't get a replay down after that penalty. It's just going to be 10 for where the ball was kicked. So it was placed about the 26-yard line.
Yeah, I think it's during the kick, so it'll be still good field position. I
Absolutely.
mean, 36, 30 looks like 37-yard line. So you're still deep in their territory. That's a still a big benefit here for Jackson, and a great, again, all this came from their defense. A great defensive stop there by Jackson.
Tyler Fisher takes the first snap of this drive, hands it off to Hampton. Hampton being patient, waiting for the hole, and he finds it. That's a run of 12 yards for Jalen Hampton.
Yeah, he already has 46 yards on just 6 carries. He's already piling up some big numbers.
I mean, we talked about it. Jalen Hampton a year ago averaged 7.4 yards per carry, scored 27 rushing touchdowns, 3 receiving touchdowns. This kid does it all. He had 30 touchdowns total last year. Hampton looking to get one in week 1.
Yeah, he's got a nose for the end zone.
Shotgun position for the Indians. They'll go to Hampton again. Hampton swallowed by the defensive line. This time, looks like it was Luke Ramirez, the linebacker of Edwardsville, to come in and swallow that play up.
Yeah, they filled the gaps quickly there. Looks like he's going to get just a yard. A really nice job by that Edwardsville defense.
Yeah, so it'll be about 2nd and 8 right here. Offensive line of Jackson proven to be pretty strong. Obviously, Jalen Hampton, a 4-year returning running back, is going to be good no matter what. But you can't do that without the offensive line. This offensive line of Jackson is stellar.
Yeah, they've got a lot of good pieces here with this offensive line, and have for years. They've done a really nice job with their offensive line.
Fisher to Reagan, breaks a tackle, the ball is out. Blaine Reagan, the ball goes out of bounds. Reagan on the screen pass was hit pretty hard by the Tigers. Luckily for Jackson, that loose ball goes straight out.
Yeah, very, very fortunate that ball went out of bounds for Jackson. Great job by Edwardsville coming in, punching it out, but they just weren't able to corral it.
Yeah, that's an ideal roll for Jackson. You couldn't have asked for a better roll on a fumble. Ball goes out of bounds. You just get it where it went out.
Still, they'll lose about a yard there, yard and a half on that. It'll make it 3rd and 10.
3rd and 10, so you can almost guarantee that they're going to be passing the ball. But Tyler Fisher, a dual-threat quarterback, can run the ball, so you got to be wary of that. Fisher drops back. He's looking for the deep man, DJ Johnson. Johnson somehow corrals the ball. His first catch of the game is in exotic fashion.
What a catch by Johnson. He went up there and grabbed it. See the replay here. This was very impressive by Johnson. Just goes up there, bobbles it, and still comes down with it. Great job by Johnson.
Here comes Jalen Hampton. Hampton patiently waits for the hole, and he finds the zone. That is going to be a Jackson touchdown.
Yeah, like we said, he's got a nose for the end zone. Found the end zone after a great play. They got up to the line quick and ran Hampton, and they were able to get the first touchdown of the year.
And, you know, Hampton is so patient. That's what makes him so good. He doesn't just go straight for the line, doesn't just go straight to the defense. He waits for the hole to open, and that's what makes him such a good running back. Henry Outman, it's Jack Henry Outman, the kicker for Jackson to line up for the extra point. It's up, and it is good. It is Jackson 10, Edwardsville 0 after the Jalen Hampton touchdown. But how about that catch from DJ Johnson?
Yeah, that was very impressive. Great catch, and then it leads to that touchdown. So, you know, Jackson riding high right now.
Absolutely. So that was D'Antoine Johnson who came in to make that play. We'll refer to him as DJ, the sophomore receiver. Can you believe a sophomore is making that play on this star-strutted Jackson receiving corps? We're just going to stay here before this kickoff occurs. Jackson almost gave up 3 to start this game. Edwardsville received the ball first, and they had a really strong drive, right? They got in field goal position, but the Jackson defense just prevailed and blocked that field goal, and it's been straight Jackson domination since.
Yeah, you know, Jackson defense, a great job on the last time Edwardsville had the ball. Looked like they made some adjustments and did a nice job shutting them down. We'll see what happens here, but Jackson up 10-0. And it happened in a hurry. I mean, we were here in the second quarter with no score when we started. And 5 minutes in, less than 5 minutes in, we've already got a 10-0 score.
Yeah, you're totally right. First quarter script and second quarter script, a lot different. So the place kicker, the kickoff kicker for Jackson is Nolan Moore. Jack Henry Outman, the man who's kicking the field goals and extra points so far in game 1. But Nolan Moore kicking the ball deep. Back to return for Edwardsville. It's Brandon Houston. And here's the kick. It's going to go to Houston. He makes the catch. Jackson tracing him down, and they're going to get to him before he can even reach the 20. That is 2 straight kickoffs for Jackson to stop Edwardsville advancing past the 20.
Yeah, Jackson just has some speed flying down the field. Edwardsville just struggling to get them. I mean, just running right past them. Nice job by Jackson, and they've great job on kickoff coverage so far this game.
Absolutely. You talked about it earlier. Jackson's special teams has been killing the game so far. On defense, they had that blocked kick, got the field goal, and now on the kickoffs, yet to see the punt team of Jackson.
Looks like I think this is Reams at quarterback. Again, those 2s and 7s are pretty close.
It is still Dean Williams. I don't blame you, David. You are right, and it's getting darker out here, so we're going to have to stay on top of that. His first handoff to Colin Followell goes for just a yard.
And both those guys look the same, too. It's just tough to tell them apart.
You're absolutely right. The 2 and the 7 do kind of have the same makeout, so we're just going to have to be real careful of that. They won't make it easy for us. You can almost guarantee that the second quarterback, there's not a backup quarterback on this Edwardsville squad. It's just quarterback 1 and quarterback 2. Their second quarterback, Brady Reams, he's 6'3", you can almost guarantee he's going to get in the game. Dean Williams, the guy who's playing right now, he's 5'10", not that height matters or anything, but they just got two different type of quarterbacks. Williams drops back. This catch is made by Nolan Smith. Smith with the first down.
And carried tacklers all the way up to about the 36-yard line.
So Edwardsville gets another first down, and they move the chains. That's what they needed. They just need some momentum. Jackson stole all the momentum from Edwardsville after that strong opening drive that ended in a field goal block. And now Edwardsville looking to gain some momentum back. Preciado, the tight end, in motion. Williams, another toss to Followell. Followell swallowed.
Really nice job by Jackson, staying home right there. The outside linebackers and the D-backs over there on that side just stayed home, and he had nowhere to go once he got that pitch.
Running back Brandon Houston back into the game. Dean Williams at quarterback. I like that play that they got, that quick pitch. It's going to be an option. The quarterback could keep that, but he has pitched it both times that they've ran it. Tight end in motion again. This play will go to Houston. Houston dives to get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll actually gain a yard. It'll be 3rd and 7 for Jackson.
Yeah, not much there for Houston. He kind of just dove ahead to get what he could.
So for the Jackson defense, they're looking to make yet another stop. That opening drive proved to be not as successful as the latter drives have been. They did give up a lot of yards, but then they ended it with that field goal block. So for the Indians, I'm sure they don't mind it at all. Here's a 3rd and 7. Williams throws it to the running back. He's got room to work, but the defense is there to make the stop. That is not going to be enough. It's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, good stick right there. Looked like Brock Reagan is one of them in there. Just a really nice job by Jackson with the stick.
Absolutely right. Brock Reagan there getting the credit for the tackle. It was Wyatt Gibbs, the running back, who ended up getting the play. In 4th and 3, we're going for it. 2nd, 4th down attempt for Edwardsville. Dean Williams will take the snap and shotgun.
Kind of expect them to try to draw them off sides here.
How about the discipline for Jackson? Williams will now back up. He might punt here, and he will. Williams going to boot the punt. He catches Jackson off guard. The ball's within the 15-yard line, looking to roll to the 10. It'll roll to about the 13, and that is something that Edwardsville does. Yes, they have a punter in Lucas Garman, but both of their quarterbacks, you look at the stats from last year, both of them had punting yards. That is something that they do. So it'll be Jackson ball going the other way. We're going to take a quick break and be right back here on AYCORP Sports.
At WW Wood Products, we're more than just cabinets. We're a community where the value of hard work is still held to the highest regard. Since 1977, we've built more than just our products. We've helped generations of people build skills, careers, and better futures for their families. We're a place where hard work creates opportunity, and where that opportunity can become something lasting. WW Wood Products, building more than cabinets since 1977.
At SEMO Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let SEMO Health Network take care of you.
Hi, I'm Karen Cook. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, this property could be the perfect place to start.
Are you looking for a commercial space in downtown Dexter? Well, you've come to the right place. I've got a 4,000 square foot building available with endless business possibilities.
0 Jackson's way. They scored a field goal to start the game, followed by a touchdown off of the legs of Jalen Hampton, and now the offense is back. Memphis Maddox in the backfield for Jackson. There'll be a play action. Fisher, quick play action. That play is going to go for about 8 yards.
Who did get that?
It was like Jalen Hampton.
Looked like number 11 caught that. I think they.
That's a gain of about 9 yards on the play, and they'll bring up 2nd down and 1.
So Jackson has a deep running back room. We talk about Jalen Hampton starting. Memphis Maddox, number 0. Both of the running backs into the ball game starting on this drive. Now it'll go to Hampton, and Hampton is taken down.
Still got looks like he got enough for the first down there. And he did. He'll They'll move the chains.
Yep, it was just a 2nd and 1.
Hampton limping off, though. That's something you don't want to see.
That's not good for Jackson. Something to be wary of. Now, we do talk about it. Jackson has a deep, deep running back room, but we are absolutely going to have to stay updated with that Jalen Hampton injury. He's currently limping over to the sideline. His helmet's off, and he is on his bench. So Memphis Maddox will be the running back in the ball game for Jackson. Receivers Evan Turley, Jory Toma, Blaine Reagan, and tight end Grant Brown also in the game. And the offensive line of Harris, Winston, Swain, Shin, and Abercrombie. That's the 11 for the Indians. Toma in motion. They'll give it to him. Toma looking to cut outside. He cuts inside to avoid the tackle. Brings it to about 2nd and 4.
Yeah, nice little cut there by Toma to get a few extra yards, and it looks like we have an Edwardsville player down.
And it's Caden Wilson, our starting cornerback, who is down right now on the field. And David, the trainers are out. Caden Wilson is down. He was face down. So we're going to take just a quick injury timeout here on AYCORP Sports. We'll be right back for Jackson Indian football.
At First State Bank and Trust, protecting your money is easy. You don't have to bury it in the backyard or hide it under the mattress or stash it in your cabinets. With FSBT, your money is safe, secure, and always within reach. Choose your local and trusted bank for more than 90 years. First State Bank and Trust.
Hi, I'm Linda Collier with Young Real Estate. Buying a home can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. I'll guide you every step of the way. Let's turn your search into a success.
You are watching Jackson Indians football on AYCORP Sports. We did just take an injury timeout. It was Caden Wilson of Edwardsville, their starting cornerback, to go down. He's limping off, being helped by trainers actually right now. He's David Jenkins. I'm Kyler Messenger. David, you were just telling us about Tyler Fisher's stats. How's he looked so far today?
You know, he's off to a good start. He's 7 to 10 for 70 yards and doing a really nice job just managing this offense, getting the ball to where it needs to be. You know, there's been a couple of drops, but just a really nice job from Fisher.
It's been a good job by Jackson and crew, right? You've got Lucas Cox kind of stealing the show on defense so far for the Indians, but there's been many, many players making plays. Jory Toma's. How many receptions do you have down for Toma today?
He's got 3 for 34 yards, so he's doing a really nice job there. You know, getting the ball to him out. They like motioning him and getting him the ball.
Fisher will go with it left. Rolls out, looking for Evan Turley. Did he bring that ball in?
He did.
I believe he did. Evan Turley bobbles the ball and somehow corrals it while getting a foot in. We're going to need to take a look at that replay when we got some time.
Yeah, I tell you what, these Jackson receivers are also helping Fisher. That's a couple of just outstanding plays that they've made.
I mean, 2 bobble plays, right? You had DJ Johnson, who went for about 20 earlier, and Turley, who goes for about 8 right there. They bobble the ball off of one hand and then bring it in with 2. I mean, just impressive receiving for Jackson. It'll be 2nd and just a couple to go. 2nd and 2. Fisher rolls to his strong side right. He's looking for Turley again. This ball, no good. It'll be 3rd and short.
Yeah, not a bad throw there. I mean, you really didn't have a receiver open. You just kind of throw it where nobody can catch it, and you're still going to be at 3rd and short. So, you know, not a bad play there, I think, by Fisher.
No, it's 2nd and short. You force that and you throw an interception, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that would be terrible.
Yeah, that's the last thing you want to do is turn the ball over here whenever you've got great field position and you're 3rd and 2. You just learn to live another play is always what the coaches say.
So Jalen Hampton still down on the bench. Here's the running back, Memphis Maddox.
There's a flag. I think it may have been offsides. I think
they are going to move it back. They're moving it back. The penalty was on Jackson. I didn't see the signal from the ref, but they lost it down. So it'll be 4th down for Jackson on their own 32, and they're going for it. 4th and 5 right now.
I still have no idea what happened on that previous play for them to lose it down, and if it was a penalty, they wouldn't have lost it down.
We got Coach Ryan Nesbitt, the head coach of Jackson, talking to our referee on the Jackson sideline right now, trying to figure out what did just occur. And we're going to have a timeout. So we'll try and figure out what's going on. It is Jackson 10, Edwardsville 0, 4th down, up and coming. You're watching Jackson football on AYCORP Sports.
Hi, I'm Karen Cook. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, this property could be the perfect place to start.
Are you looking for a commercial space in downtown Dexter? Well, you've come to the right place. I've got a 4,000 square foot building available with endless business possibilities.
We welcome you back inside the pit, home of Jackson. We had a little mishap on the Jackson offense on that 3rd and short. So the punt team is out for the Indians. It's Grant Brown who will boot this spiral down the field. He's going to get a nice roll on it. The Indians avoiding that ball before they touch it down at just about the 27. So a successful punt for Jackson. But David, we had a 2nd and short, incomplete pass brought it to 3rd and short, and then no penalty was called, but Jackson lost a couple of yards. What happened right there?
Yeah, I think whenever they snapped the ball, the quarterback's knee might have been down, and so, whenever, obviously it's a dead ball as soon as that knee hits. So I think that's what happened.
So you got a difference of the rules in the collegiate and high school level versus the professional level. In case any of you fans been watching preseason NFL and are wondering why you can't continue that, you get down, you're just down in high school. Don't have to wait for a man to touch you like it is in the pros. So 3-4 defense being set up for Jackson, but they got the outside linebacker rushing. Williams is going to toss this up to his receiver, Podest, but the defense was right on it, and Podest fell before he could even make the catch.
Yeah, incomplete there, and really nice job by that Jackson defense getting back in there and create some havoc again.
So Jackson runs this 3-4 defense with 3 down linemen, but on that last play they had the outside linebacker Gage Parker blitzing. That caused Dean Williams some pressure, and he had to throw that ball quick to the receiver.
Yeah, that 3-4 gives you a lot of versatility with what you can do with your linebackers.
So Parker fakes like he's going to blitz again, and he'll now drop in coverage. This play broken up by Blaine Reagan and Joa Moore. It'll be 3rd and 10 for Edwardsville.
Really nice job there by Jackson covering Edwardsville as Edwardsville tried to throw over the middle. That's a dangerous pass here, especially with just limited time left here in this first half.
You're absolutely right. And when you're on your own 27, when you're in Jackson territory, that is scary. But now you threw the ball on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to throw it on 3rd down. So empty formation here for Dean Williams. Running back Houston will come in motion. They'll fake that bubble. Williams avoids the pressure. He's looking for an open man. He doesn't have it, so he's going to keep it, and he is sacked.
Yeah, that's a great job by Jackson, especially the D-backs in coverage. They didn't give nobody to throw here. Everybody was covered, and just a great job by Jackson flushing him from the pocket and getting that sack.
It was a good job by Williams to step up in the pocket to avoid that initial pressure from the Indians' defense, but I mean, these guys are just so fast and so good. They get to the quarterback. They swarm whoever's on offense. It's going to be hard to break out of that. So they'll have to bring out the punt team, Lucas Garment, back to punt.
And to Jackson's benefit, he ran out of bounds, stopping the clock.
That's a great point. Minute on the clock. Garment just escapes the pressure to get that punt off. It'll bounce. Evan Turley will grab it off the bounce, try and make something with it, and he'll advance the ball past the 50. It'll be Jackson going the other way at the 51.
He'll move it up about 7 or 8 yards to the 48-yard line. Indians ball, 1st and 10 from that point.
So it was in front of the 50-yard line,
So they'll take it at the 40, it looks like about the 48.
Exactly right.
Inside Edwardsville territory here.
So less than a minute on the clock. Jackson's going to be in hurry up, although they do have all of their timeouts. The only timeouts we've seen here have been Edwardsville. Fisher rolls out left. He's looking for a man. It's Evan Turley, and he has him.
Nice completion there, about 12 yards.
You're not going to need a timeout if you can get 12-yard completions that go out of bounds like that. Great execution right there by Tyler Fisher, Evan Turley, and company. So Fisher will now run the empty formation in shotgun. He's going to be throwing the ball. Lomax is getting on him, but he somehow gets the throw off before he was swallowed in the backfield. He was looking for Blaine Reagan. Good job by Tyler Fisher to get that ball out. It was Braylon Hill Lomax with the pressure.
Yeah, throw was just a little low, but he was under some heat and did a nice job just getting that off, like you said.
And with an incompletion, you obviously get stoppage of clock, so that's good for Jackson in their favor. Under a minute to go. Fisher fakes the running back toss. He's going to keep it himself. He's got at least 15. Fisher hit sticks the defender. That's going to be a Jackson first down.
Nice little fake there by Fisher and was able to get not only get the 16 yards, but then get out of bounds. A really nice job there by Fisher.
That's a phenomenal fake, and you see it on the replay. He even slipped a little bit in his footing, and he still had that large of a gain. Tyler Fisher, that was his first rush today. We know he's a dual threat if you've been familiar with Jackson football, but for Edwardsville, that's their first time seeing him run this season, and that was a really good run. This will be 1st and 10 for Jackson. 37 seconds on the clock after Fisher got out of bounds on that run. He'll roll out right. He's going to look for the receiver. It was Evan Turley he was looking for. That ball out of bounds, stopping the clock and bringing up 2nd and 10 for Jackson.
Yeah, no harm, no foul there. Stops the clock, and you still are, you're in scoring range here. You've already seen your kicker that can kick this, so now you're just trying to see if you can punch it in.
Don't expect Jackson to force anything. It's 2nd and 10, still 30 seconds. 30 seconds, not a lot of time, but in a football game with stoppage, it could be. There's the pitch to Maddox. Maddox with a stiff arm, tries to get by the defender. He stays on his feet. Memphis Maddox is still on his feet. He's going down the sideline. Then Memphis Maddox. Oh, my goodness. That is a madman. Memphis Maddox. Give him 6.
He never stopped moving his legs and just continued to churn and was able just to break tackle after tackle there at the line of scrimmage. And once he got free, he was gone.
I mean, man, oh man, I apologize for the yelling in your ears, but Memphis Maddox, how could you not?
He broke 5 tackles on the way to that end zone. That's a heck of a run there by Memphis Maddox.
And so for a team that has their star running back, Jalen Hampton, who limped off earlier, he's just out for the moment. How about Memphis Maddox filling that gap, and not just filling it, exceeding the pressure? Memphis Maddox, what a run. Extra point by Outman is up and good, and the Indians lead 17-0.
Yeah, that's a huge score there by Jackson, but what a run by Maddox. His first run of the season, that's one to remember, because you're not going to find many better runs than that. Broke 5 tackles, just would not go down, continued to keep his legs turning, and just a great run there by Maddox.
I mean, man, can we get one more look at that replay? Memphis Maddox, he had the stiff arm on that first defender, and he somehow still breaks 4 more tackles on that. Here's that look at that replay. I mean, look at this. He is surefire down at the 20. Maddox puts the defender to the ground, jukes another 2, and then just outruns the secondary. Man.
Yeah, just an excellent run there by Maddox, and that just shows what good of a back he can be in the future as well. Man.
Memphis Maddox, only a junior this year. Jalen Hampton, the running back, is a senior. Man, Memphis Maddox also playing cornerback for this squad. What a player. So the pit is stacked out here in Jackson, Missouri. Nolan Moore will kick it off to Edwardsville. Brandon Houston back to return. He'll field the ball at the 5-yard line. He's going to look to get past the 20. Houston cuts up. He gets to the 25. Houston still up. He's looking to get outside. And how about the defense? Jackson making sure that Houston is sent all the way back to Texas.
Gage Parker was not going to let go. He was going to ride him all the way until he was down, and did a nice job there to not let him get any further.
I mean, you said it on that Memphis Maddox run, never stop moving his feet. How about Gage Parker on defense? He's never stopped moving his feet. Now, it was a great run. That was a great run by Brandon Houston. Way to stay up. But, man, stellar defense.
Got a score here from our friend Bobby Alford. He says Dexter's down 25-0 in the second quarter. Kind of a surprise there.
"12 seconds will be on the clock for Edwardsville. The team that moved the ball really quickly to start this game, right? They had that opening drive where they were able to get within 30 yards, within their own 30, and then had a field goal attempt that just happened to be blocked by Jackson, which is how they're still scoreless at this moment.
Got another score in here. Sykeston is leading Park Hill Central 18-0 at half. So
wow.
That game next week between Sykeston and Dexter is looking big now. And it looks like Edwardsville is just going to take a knee here and go to the half.
They are just going to bring it to the half. Jalen Hampton gets a touchdown to start Jackson in the end zone. Then he's followed by Memphis Maddox, the other running back on Jackson. Both of them get in the end zone on top of a field goal, making the score 17-0 at half. You're watching Jackson Fighting Indians football on AYCORP Sports.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dynagrow Seed, for real.
As a former Missouri Assistant Attorney General and former Assistant Prosecutor in Pemiscot County, Dustin Mayer will put his trial experience to work for you. Kirsten Massey is an Associate Attorney at Mayer Law Office who practices estate planning and family law. Whether your legal needs are for criminal defense, personal injury, workers' compensation, estate planning, or family law, Mayer Law Office is your tried and trusted local attorneys. Call or visit our website for more information.
Up the middle, he breaks straight now to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, touchdown Jackson! He's going to go deep over the middle, got a post route open, and it is caught down at the 1 for Jackson!
Kicks it out to the aforementioned Forrest. Look at the up and my goodness.
Under. Jackson tracks it down, spin move, back up, she is fouled, and the basket!
Make sure your business is there for every moment of Jackson Indian action on AYCORP Sports. Advertise on the broadcast today.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
At First State Bank and Trust, protecting your money is easy. You don't have to bury it in the backyard or hide it under the mattress or stash it in your cabinets. With FSBT, your money is safe, secure, and always within reach. Choose your local and trusted bank for more than 90 years. First State Bank and Trust.
Marching Chiefs. The band is led onto the field by their fearless drum majors, Lily Clubs, Madison Raines, Brindley Burson, and Xavier Williams. Gene and Joan and a who knows who as the band opens with the 1969 Santana classic, Evil Ways. There's a lady who's sure all that glitters is gold, and now the band will play Stairway to Heaven. Soloing on this iconic Led Zeppelin song will be Billy Taylor on trumpet and Thomas Wilson on trombone. About our next song. When it was recorded, there was a group of children loitering outside of the studio. The children were instructed to shout "Soul Finger" at the end and were paid in Coca-Cola. Here's the bar case hit from 1967, Soul Finger. Let's hear the pride and tradition of our awesome Jackson Indians.
Bryant on the toss sweep. He's got a lot of room. Hampton up the middle. He breaks straight out. And it's picked off. Picked off him another. His fifth of the night.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodation and service to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dynagrow Seed, for real.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Attaboy. Way to hustle for the muscle.
Helping positive gym bros and everybody else.
At WW Wood Products, we're more than just cabinets. We're a community where the value of hard work is still held to the highest regard. Since 1977, we've built more than just our products. We've helped generations of people build skills, careers, and better futures for their families. We're a place where hard work creates opportunity, and where that opportunity can become something lasting. WW Wood Products, building more than cabinets since 1977.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
As a former Missouri Assistant Attorney General and former Assistant Prosecutor in Pemiscot County, Dustin Mayer will put his trial experience to work for you. Kirsten Massey is an Associate Attorney at Mayer Law Office who practices estate planning and family law. Whether your legal needs are for criminal defense, personal injury, workers' compensation, estate planning, or family law, Mayer Law Office is your tried and trusted local attorneys. Call or visit our website for more information.
Hi, I'm Karen Cook. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, this property could be the perfect place to start.
Are you looking for a commercial space in downtown Dexter? Well, you've come to the right place. I've got a 4,000 square foot building available with endless business possibilities.
Hampton up the middle. He breaks straight now to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Jackson. He's going to go deep over the middle. Got a post route open, and it is caught. Caught down at the 1 for Jackson.
Kicks it out to the aforementioned Forrest. Look at the up and goodness.
Under. Jackson tracks it down, spin move, back up. She is fouled, and the basket.
Make sure your business is there for every moment of Jackson Indian action on AYCORP Sports. Advertise on the broadcast today.
At First State Community Bank, our why is simple: to bring a positive impact to every community we serve. We are your neighbors and partners in building a stronger hometown. We work side by side with our community to help local businesses grow and families succeed. Our team takes the time to understand what matters to you, combining personal services with the latest technology so you can bank your way. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at fscb.com.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
At First State Bank and Trust, protecting your money is easy. You don't have to bury it in the backyard or hide it under the mattress or stash it in your cabinets. With FSBT, your money is safe, secure, and always within reach. Choose your local and trusted bank for more than 90 years. First State Bank and Trust.
A 401k can be an important asset for many Americans' retirements. Its tax advantages and portability may enable workers to build sizable and important nest eggs. But its flexibility can also be costly if you aren't aware of potential mistakes.
For example, our guide will teach you how to avoid penalties and taxation on rollovers, strategies that you can use. Request your guide to avoiding 401k rollover mistakes today at alspawwealthmanagement.com.
Hi, I'm Linda Collier with Young Real Estate. Buying a home can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. I'll guide you every step of the way. Let's turn your search into a success.
At SEMO Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let SEMO Health Network take care of you.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodation and service to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dynagrow Seed, for real.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Attaboy. Way to hustle for the muscle.
Helping positive gym bros and everybody else.
Bryant on the toss sweep. He's got a lot of room. Hampton up the middle. He breaks free now. And it's picked off. Picked off. Give him another. His fifth of the night.
You're watching Jackson Indians football on AYCORP Sports. He's David Jenkins. I'm Kyler Messenger, bringing you the play-by-play and color commentary all season long. The Fighting Indians lead 17-0. The game started off with a blocked field goal. Edwardsville was driving and had their first point attempt blocked, and Jackson has scored a field goal themselves and 2 touchdowns since. David, go ahead and let us know who scored and what they've done so far.
Yeah, for Jackson, we'll go over some of their stats here. Tyler Fisher, he's thrown for 90 yards. He's had a really nice first half. He's had some receivers make some excellent catches. Jory Toma, he's got 3 catches for 34 yards. Evan Turley, he's got 3 catches for 29. Blaine Reagan, 2 for 6. And DJ Johnson, we saw his amazing 21-yard catch. Jalen Hampton, who came up lame there a little bit there in the second quarter. He's the leading rusher. He has 53 yards on 9 carries. Done most of their rushing, although we can't forget the Memphis Maddox 19-yard touchdown run where he broke 5 tackles, went down the right sideline. Just an impressive run there for Edwardsville. Their quarterback, Dean Williams, he's thrown for 49 yards and done a really nice job. He's been the main source of their offense. He's thrown for 49, and he's their leading rusher with 15 yards. They don't have many rushing yards. They're rushing they've only gained 20 yards on the ground in the first half. So really nice job by that Jackson defense, especially after that initial drive. It seemed the Jackson defense kind of settled in there and really did a nice job of containing Edwardsville.
You're absolutely right. Edwardsville, we just haven't seen much motion from them on offense since that opening drive. They had that opening drive where their field goal was blocked, and they just haven't moved the chains too many times since then. It's been all Jackson. This is a really strong first week for Jackson. Not only, is it 17-0, but we have seen some highlight reel plays. I mean, we've seen a field goal be blocked. We saw the same man who blocked the field goal, Lucas Cox, get a hit stick tackle. We've seen 2 touchdowns by running backs, Jalen Hampton and Memphis Maddox, and we've seen 2 bobble and then receiving the catch. It was DJ Johnson, it was Evan Turley. So it's just been an all-around show-out for Jackson. And for Evansville, Dean Williams has been their quarterback. You can assume that he'll play most of the second half. They might adjust. They might bring in Brady Reams. We will see. David, it's 17-0 Jackson. Bring us a couple of the scores from around Southeast Missouri. Who else is playing tonight, and what are we looking like?
Yeah, we've got some kind of surprises. St. Genevieve leads Dexter 32-0 in that game. Sykeston over Park Hills Central 18-0. That sets up kind of a flip for what we thought we may see next week whenever Sykeston travels to Dexter. Valley 54-0 over Hayti right now. That score's kind of surprising. J.C. Ford apparently is out for Hayti, their starting quarterback. They lost him earlier this week, but still that's a surprising score. Cape Central leads Liberty out of Wentzville 10-3. Gosnell over Crowsville at last check 7-6. Good one there. Saxony leads New Madrid 12-6. Good one there. And Poplar Bluff at the half leads Jeff City 14-13.
All right, so there are your scores around the league presented by David Jenkins. So back to the game. Jackson, it's been all everything. It's been running, it's been passing. How about Tyler Fisher in his first start this season? His first start, he's a junior quarterback. A season ago, Tyler Fisher was a dual threat backup. He threw for 150 yards and ran for 171. That's because a lot of the time that he came in, they were up. They weren't going to pass the ball, but Fisher showed off his running ability early in this game, didn't he, David?
Yeah, he did. You know, he's only ran 3 times, 7 yards, but Fisher, 9 of 15, 90 yards, done a really nice job in his first game. He's, like I said, during the second quarter, he's really controlled this offense, got the ball where it needs to go. And, doesn't act panicked in any way, and has done a really nice job. And don't forget this Jackson special teams. They blocked a kick, they kicked a field goal. I mean, so all 3 phases of the game right now for Jackson seem to be clicking.
So Jackson up 17-0 at half. They did kick the ball off to start this game. It was Edwardsville who started on offense. They had a leading drive and then had their field goal blocked. Real quick, before we see Jackson start with the ball, we want to give a huge shout out to all of our crew members working today at AYCORP, man. AYCORP here providing you with Jackson High School football and sports this season. It starts from the top with the head man, Barry Aycock, and then we just go head to down, right? Philip Britt being involved, Spencer Magruder being involved, Josh I, Andrew Moore, Tori Peterson, and Luke Carter. That's your big head production team. And then how about the people working today's game? The director, Stephen Beidler, your graphics man, Cooper Knight, and your cameraman, Brad Halford, Nolan Atkinson, and your photographer, Chase Rogers. Don't forget about the senior cameraman, Peyton Hartline. So that's our AYCORP squad working today. We really appreciate everybody who's involved.
Absolutely. You're not going to find anybody better in the business. I mean, these guys are top notch, and we throw some curveballs at them right before the game starts, and they handle it with no problems.
Kickoff goes to Memphis Maddox, who bobbles the ball, but will he be able to make up for it? Maddox makes a juke. Maddox up the sideline. He somehow gets to the 22 after bobbling the ball. It's going to be Jackson ball going the other way.
Yeah, maybe a touchdown-saving tackle there by Edwardsville. Looks like can't see his number down there. Number 20, I believe. Yeah, just outstanding. Ian Gill. If he breaks that tackle, I think he's gone. I don't think there's anybody going to catch him because there was nobody back here on the back end to get him.
No, you're absolutely right, David. We do have an injury on the field. It's an Edwardsville Tiger. We also had a penalty, as you see from our head referee, a block in the back for Jackson. So unfortunately, that return by Memphis Maddox is going to be brought back. How about Memphis Maddox today? Breaks 5 tackles in a single run, now bobbles the ball and almost brought it back for a touchdown because he only got to the 22, but you're right. He was 1 tackle away from running up the sideline.
Yeah, he's got some speed, and he was almost broke free on that one. Real surprisingly, we didn't mention it, there were only 3 penalties in that first half. A very well-played first half by both teams. That's just the 3rd penalty of the game for Jackson right here. So both teams for the first game of the year, for only to be that few penalties, that's outstanding because you're going to see a lot of penalties in these games for these first games for most teams.
And so for Edwardsville, we saw a man get carried off by trainers earlier, Caden Wilson. Now it is Journey Thompson, who is being brought off by trainers. This Edwardsville team, we alluded to it a little bit. It's a little bit of a rebuilding year for Edwardsville, but the injuries are not helping them out right here. So we just hope that all those guys can get better. Speaking of injuries, Jalen Hampton is back for Jackson.
That's good to see. And
It's a play action from Fisher. Gets it to Evan Turley. The ball's out. Evansville hops on top of it. Turley might have got it right back, though. We're going to see who gets it in.
He got it. He got it. What a play by Turley. He fumbled the ball, but did everything he could to get the ball back there and dive in that ball. Great play by Turley.
First play of the second half. Look at this replay. Quick play action. Fisher goes to Turley, and the ball is popped out, but somehow he gets back onto it. That's effort right there, David.
Absolutely. Just a tremendous play by Turley, not giving up on the play and jumping on that ball.
Yeah, man. Evan Turley does it all. He kicks field goals. Opening week 1 a season ago, Evan Turley was taking the extra points. Actually got some stats on it. Last year for PATs, he was 3 for 7, and he was 1 for 2 on field goals. He also returns punts, and he also receives. So here's Jalen Hampton on a motion play. He came through from the other sideline, motion to the right to run for about 10. It looks like that's going to be enough to get a first, and it won't be. It'll be second in inches. But
yeah, just a little shy, but what speed there. He took that ball and just exploded on that outside. Nice job there, and it looks like he's running just fine.
Yeah, he limped off earlier in the game, early in that second quarter, which is why we saw more touches from Memphis Maddox. But even with Hampton being back and healthy, Memphis Maddox is an elite running back, an elite weapon. He's in the ball game right now.
Yeah, both of them in the backfield right now. You have a lot of different options what you can do with this offense right now. And it looks like we're going to take a timeout.
So Jackson takes the first timeout of the half. They're up 17-0. He's David Jenkins. I'm Kyler Messenger. You're watching Jackson football on AYCORP Sports.
A 401k can be an important asset for many Americans' retirements. Its tax advantages and portability may enable workers to build sizable and important nest eggs. But its flexibility can also be costly if you aren't aware of potential mistakes.
For example, our guide will teach you how to avoid penalties and taxation on rollovers, strategies that you can use. Request your guide to avoiding 401k rollover mistakes today at alspawwealthmanagement.com.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Bernie strives to provide their community with the accommodation and service to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
Second and inches for Jackson. Memphis Maddox and Jalen Hampton both in the backfield. Jory Toma and Evan Turley out wide. Tyler Fisher will take the shotgun snap. Fisher hands it. No, he doesn't. He fakes the handoff to Memphis Maddox.
That'll be an incomplete pass.
And tries to toss it to Jalen Hampton. So they had two running backs in the backfield, faked the handoff, had the other one run to the other side to get the catch. You like the play design, just not able to get it done. So a third and inches. Will they be able to convert?
Yeah, you really feel like you've got two plays to kind of play with here, because you would assume you go for it on 4th and inches. So you got a second down play and a third down play to kind of try something to maybe kind of hit a big play on them.
So Fisher will go up under center, looking to get the play call from his team now. See if Fisher goes to Hampton, who's the man in the backfield. He does. Hampton takes it. Block from Braden Harris. Proved to be slightly unsuccessful, but Hampton able to get there. I mean, it was just a couple inches. It wasn't second in centimeters, but it was an inch or two that he had to get. Hampton able to make that get done.
Yeah, just had to get just that first down, and they did. They get a new set of downs here. So, sometimes you just have to get a few inches and just to move it along.
So we talk about that left tackle, Braden Harris for Jackson. I mean, not only is he a great tackle, he's a behemoth of a human, David. He is 6'6", 280 pounds. I wonder what he squats and benches, right? The kid's committed to Kansas State. He is a weapon up there at left tackle. Here's a play action from Fisher. Tries to escape the defense, does get away from the sack. Fisher looking for Blaine Reagan. Blaine Reagan trying to Randy Moss somebody. It's going to be an incompletion.
Still a really nice play. The ball was just a little bit underthrown. Reagan over the top of him a little bit there just to knock the ball away, save an interception. Really nice play there by Reagan.
Yeah, how about the sack evasion from Tyler Fisher? A little bit short on the long ball, probably because he was escaping that defense, trying to get the ball out quick before somebody else was able to attack him. Great play all around, just proved to be unsuccessful, but you take it on 1st and 10. It'll now be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, it took a little bit to develop, so that's why it was a little bit underthrown, but just a really nice play there by Reagan to save an interception.
Jory Toma in motion. Fisher will fake it to him. Now he's looking for DJ Johnson, who's open on the sideline. Johnson with one man to beat. The stiff arm is successful. DJ Johnson to the crib.
Yeah, they wanted that big play on the last one. They said, we're going to go try to get it again. And DJ Johnson seemed to be like their big play guy. They hit him with a 21-yard pass earlier. 46-yard pass right there. Just a really, really nice play.
So we saw the play to Toma in motion earlier in the game. They fake it, go to Johnson deep. He only had one man to beat, and he puts him to the ground. DJ Johnson, have yourself a day.
Actually, I said 46. I was actually 54 because they were behind the 50. Just a tremendous throw, too. Tremendous throw by Fisher.
So it's Jack Henry Outman who is the man to kick. I saw some comments on Facebook at halftime to the Outman family. Was not referring to him as Henry as his first name Outman, but we do apologize for any misconfusion. We do know here in the booth that it is Jack Henry Outman. So Outman looking for his third successful extra point, and that is what he will do. So it is Jackson 24, Edwardsville 0, thanks to DJ Johnson and Tyler Fisher on a long ball connection. We'll take a quick break and be right back. It's Jackson 24, Edwardsville none.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Attaboy. Way to hustle for the muscle.
Helping positive gym bros and everybody else.
Hi, I'm Linda Collier with Young Real Estate. Buying a home can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. I'll guide you every step of the way. Let's turn your search into a success.
So it will be Nolan Moore to kick the ball to Edwardsville. Brandon Houston, one of the return men. Tucker Sanderson, the other. It'll go to Sanderson. Sanderson looking to make something happen. All he can see is red.
And once again, this Jackson special teams, this kickoff team holds Edwardsville behind the 20. So they're going to get started, behind the 20 at about the 18, 19-yard line. And that's just a benefit to your defense, too. That just helps them out.
And you really can't discredit the blocking of Edwardsville at all. Really, all you can attest to is how quick that Jackson kickoff team is. Yeah. I mean, they get to the man with the ball fast.
Yeah, they get down there quick and, again, start behind the 20, and that's what you want if you're a defense.
So it is Dean Williams to take the snap. Quarterback through the entire first half. He'll hand it to the running back, Cohen Followell.
And they have swallowed that up all night. That's just, once again, that little inside zone there just has not worked all night. This Jackson defense is completely stuffed that every time.
So it was Wyatt Gibbs with the run in the backfield. Wyatt Gibbs, a junior running back. So is Cohen Followell. We just had them mistaken. Do apologize about that. Williams will give it to Gibbs again, and there is a tackle for a loss. How about Grant Allspaw?
Yeah, this Jackson defense is just coming. They're pinning their ears back and going. They're doing a terrific job just shutting this running game down.
It was Griffin Parsons with that tackle. And so it is 3rd and long for Edwardsville. About 3rd and 11. But you got to guarantee, you almost would guarantee that they're going to throw the ball here in their own territory. They're at the 22-yard line. They got to get to the 32. Play action. Williams will drop. Now he'll go right. Williams on the run, looking for the receiver. No good. That'll bring up 4th down. That coverage was made by Memphis Maddox.
Yeah, really nice job. He kind of broke free for a second, but Memphis Maddox had some closing speed there, and by the time the ball got there, Maddox was there to break it up.
So Memphis Maddox making plays on offense, making plays on defense. He is a starting cornerback for this Jackson squad. And so that play is going to bring out the punt team for Edwardsville. It'll be Lucas Garmin. Edwardsville has the same punter as their place kicker.
You got to wonder if Jackson may kind of send some pressure here, see if they might get a block.
Snap to Garmin. He gets it off. This punt past the 50. Evan Turley is going to make the catch. He ducks a defender. He continues to go. He ducks another one. Evan Turley's got room to work with. He's at the 45. Evan Turley with another man to beat, and he gets taken down by Hill Lomax. Braylon Hill Lomax with the defensive effort, but Evan Turley, nice return.
Yeah, Turley with some good moves there and got to the edge, just couldn't quite turn the corner and head upfield. A great play there by the Edwardsville to save that, because that was going to go for a lot more.
So we will get another look at the Jackson offense. David, it feels like they just scored and now they're back on offense already in Edwardsville territory. Jackson will take the ball at the 42.
Yeah, Jackson starting to see how explosive they are in the run and the passing game.
Play action to Jalen Hampton. Fisher able to evade the pressure. He's looking deep. Is that Memphis Maddox? And that, it looks like it is DJ Johnson. DJ Johnson, back-to-back touchdowns. Not only back-to-back, his last two catches, the last two plays for Jackson have been DJ Johnson touchdowns.
Yeah, 54-yard touchdown. Let's follow that up with a 58-yard touchdown. What a play, wide open. He had two guys there wide open. Just tremendous, and a really nice job there by this Jackson offense. I mean, hitting them with the big play. They've obviously saw something in halftime that they thought they could exploit in that deep passing game.
And they absolutely do so. You saw the pressure from Edwardsville get to Fisher, and then after Fisher was able to evade that pressure, something opened up in the defense secondary. So it'll be Jack Outman to take the kick. Outman, another successful PAT. He has yet to miss today. It is Jackson 31, Edwardsville 0. We'll take a quick.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
At SEMO Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let SEMO Health Network take care of you.
And we are back at the pit. Quick stat correction, quick apology from myself. Jack Outman did miss that last extra point. It went wide right, just slightly from the angle I was at. I thought it went through. That's why you watch the referees. So we're all learning here in week one. A couple penalties from Jackson, a couple penalties from Edwardsville, and that's a penalty on myself, so we'll work from it. Anyway, Jackson up 30-0 here. Two back-to-back plays on offense have been touchdowns to DJ Johnson, and on their last drive, Jackson at the 42-yard line only needed one play to get a touchdown. So here's a deep kickoff. It's being returned by Edwardsville, and it is not going to go far. They're going to be taken down at the 15-yard line.
Once again, they're behind the 20, down at the 15. This Jackson coverage team just done a tremendous job of just wrapping them up. And first they get there, and then they wrap them up. Just a really nice job there by Jackson. How about this? 133 yards on 3 catches for DJ Johnson. That's a pretty good night of receiving already.
Wow.
And not only that, but we were talking about Tyler Fisher. He's now thrown for 224 yards.
Wow.
In this game. So a really nice start to his season as well.
So you got the receivers. They got 3 seniors. Evan Turley, Jory Toma, and Blaine Reagan receivers for Jackson, and yet the sophomore DJ Johnson making it happen. It'll be a play action for Edwardsville. Dean Williams completes the play to the middle of the field. That's their longest completion of the day. It was Griffin Pottist with the catch, and Edwardsville moves the sticks.
Yeah, all the way up to the 41, looks like the 42-yard line. So a really nice job there, getting the ball up the field. Their biggest gain of the day
So Dean Williams, we've mentioned it, that this team has 2 different quarterbacks, but Williams has been the sole man to play. They run that option, but Williams keeps it. He breaks a couple tackles. Williams taken down by the secondary of Jackson, but not before earning a first.
Yeah, really nice read there by Williams. Williams getting up the field, getting about 18, 19 yards there, and 2 big gains in a row, two big plays, and this Jackson defense needs to settle in a little bit.
And for Edwardsville, they're hoping that they don't. They're hoping that they can continue this hot streak. You got Brandon Houston in the backfield. He'll switch sides. Dean Williams will take the snap. And he does give it to Houston. Houston waits to find the hole. It opens, but the defense of Jackson pretty commanding, but not before Houston gains about 4.
Yeah, look, he's a strong runner. That's only his 3rd carry of the night, but he's a really strong runner when they get him the ball.
You're right. He earned about 5 yards on that play, so it'll be 2nd and 5. Houston, the man who returns kicks for Edwardsville. He's also one of their many running backs. Houston, a senior on the squad.
Yeah,
so
he was their leading rusher last week and did the bulk of their runs.
So now they throw it to Houston. Houston gets tripped up and then swallowed by the defense. Good teamwork there by Jackson. And it'll be 3rd and just a few.
Yeah, gained just about a yard there. So there's still going to be a 3rd and 4 here. We'll see if Jackson kind of pins their ears back like they did in the first series here, the second half.
Edwardsville started this series off with 2 straight first downs. Now on 3rd and 4, tight end Preciado in motion. Williams hands it off. It was a handoff on 3rd and 4. Jackson sniffed it out.
Yeah, really nice job there by Jackson. Edwardsville went to a heavy set there. Looked like they had 3 tight ends and then ran on the other side, and Jackson was right there and just wrapped him up. No gain.
And look, David, yes, you can run the ball on 3rd and just a few if you're really hoping to get it, but really, you run the ball on 3rd and a few when you know you're going for it on 4th.
Yeah, absolutely. They knew they were going to go for it on 4th. They were just hoping to kind of get as much as they could.
Williams keeps it. He's going to get the first. Williams still moving through the secondary. Joe Moore to stop the play, but not before Dean Williams can earn him and his team a first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, Williams, he's been the biggest source of their offense tonight. He's their leading rusher. He's got 46 yards on 7 carries, and he's just kind of elusive. He's not real fast, but he's just very elusive. He just kind of sidesteps a tackler and takes off.
So I talked about it in the pregame. Williams plays safety for this team as well. Just a season ago, he had 23 tackles and an interception. We haven't really seen him playing safety today because he has solidified, at least for this week himself, as the starting quarterback. They do have their quarterback number 2, Brady Reams, who's a 6'3 junior. He played last week, went 7 for 15 when they had their loss. He threw 3 picks, so that might be one of the reasons why Williams is in there today. Hasn't yet to throw an interception, and as you said, he has been their main source of offense.
Yeah, Williams has done a really nice job running their offense. I mean, again, he's their main source. He's thrown for 75, rushed for 46. Nobody else on the team's even rushed for more than 5 yards. So, he's kind of been their offense right now, and this Jackson team, I'm sure that their coaches are telling them that but he's just very elusive, on those little fakes and stuff. He just kind of can sidestep a tackler and make these nice quick moves.
So Edwardsville using a tight end as an extra offensive lineman. Their other tight end, Roman Preciado, in motion. Williams will hand the ball off. Jackson with the tackle. Low tackle right there for the Indians.
Yeah, they got low and did a nice job bringing him down.
I mean, we're talking about tackles. This team tackles so well. It started the game. The game started off with Brock Reagan making some highlight tackles, but he's not the only one. All of these guys just have great form. You could tell they put the work in all season. So Williams will throw to the running back. He's got room to work, but not before the defender, Blaine Reagan, was there to make the stop.
Yeah, really nice job. They're taking advantage of Jackson's aggressiveness. And they're hitting these little quick passes right over the blitzing linebackers.
Yeah, that was the running back Wyatt Gibbs. It was a design play. He just ran straight out for the pass. You're right. The linebacker's blitzing from the outside. They leave that running back open on the pass. So now it'll be under center is Dean Williams. He'll hand it off to Colin Followell, and Followell follows that offensive line into the end zone. That is the first point of the day for Edwardsville. Brings the score to 30-6.
Yeah, nice play off the left side. All the action was going into the center of the line, and they handed it to him, and he just broke it on the outside.
Great vision right there from the junior running back Cohen Followell. So now we'll see the first extra point attempt of the day for Edwardsville. We did see a field goal attempt, which was blocked, but now Lucas Garman will line up for the extra point. The snap was low. The hold is good, and the kick is through. It is Edwardsville 7, Jackson 30. You're watching Jackson football on AYCORP Sports.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dynagrow Seed, for real.
At WW Wood Products, we're more than just cabinets. We're a community where the value of hard work is still held to the highest regard. Since 1977, we've built more than just our products. We've helped generations of people build skills, careers, and better futures for their families. We're a place where hard work creates opportunity, and where that opportunity can become something lasting. WW Wood Products, building more than cabinets since 1977.
Welcome back inside the pit. Probably the greatest environment for football in all of Southeast Missouri, the home of the Jackson Indians. Jackson currently leads Edwardsville 30-7. We are fresh off of Edwardsville's first score, and now they will kick off to Jackson. Lucas Garman with the kick deep to Blaine Reagan. We'll see what Reagan wants to do. He's past the 20. Blaine Reagan has room to work. There's only one man to beat, and it's the kicker. Blaine Reagan at the 30. Reagan at the 20. Reagan at the 15. At the 10. Give him 6.
Oh, there we go. That is a heck of a answer to their touchdown right there. Just the speed from Reagan. I mean, we know he's one of the fastest players that we're going to see all season, and he just went about 97 yards and nothing flat. Look at that. He just explodes out of there.
So, David, Jackson football runs the 40-yard dash in practice and times it. Blaine Reagan, number 1 on Jackson in the 40-yard dash. He runs a 4.46. I think he might have had 40 yards that was faster than 4.46 on that return. David, Jackson has scored on 3 straight plays. It was DJ Johnson with the last 2 offensive plays on touchdowns. And they don't even need an offensive play. They do it on special teams here with Reagan.
Yeah, that's they have that big playability, and they've been showing it here in the second half.
And so Outman hits the goalpost on this extra point attempt. It is Jackson 36, Edwardsville 7, thanks to Blaine Reagan's track speed. We're going to take another break. You're listening and watching Jackson Indians football on AYCORP Sports.
As a former Missouri Assistant Attorney General and former Assistant Prosecutor in Pemiscot County, Dustin Mayer will put his trial experience to work for you. Kirsten Massey is an Associate Attorney at Mayer Law Office who practices estate planning and family law. Whether your legal needs are for criminal defense, personal injury, workers' compensation, estate planning, or family law, Mayer Law Office is your tried and trusted local attorneys. Call or visit our website for more information.
Hi, I'm Karen Cook. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, this property could be the perfect place to start. Are you looking for a commercial space in downtown Dexter? Well, you've come to the right place. I've got a 4,000 square foot building available with endless business possibilities.
Into the 30 like that. We welcome you back inside of the pit, home of Jackson Indians football. Jackson leads 36-7. Feels like we were just on timeout break after Edwardsville has scored. That's because Blaine Reagan took the kickoff return to the end zone. At least 90 yards on that return for Reagan.
97.
Wow. And so here is the kick from Moore of Jackson. We returned by Houston of Edwardsville. He gets popped. First man to touch him was Griffin Parsons, and then the rest of the Indians swallowed him up.
Yeah, that may be the first time that they're starting on the good side of the 20 for them. He's at about the 25, 26-yard line.
Yeah, first or second time maybe. It's just been the kickoff team for Jackson. Sure, it has been the Jackson offense and DJ Johnson and Tyler Fisher and, Memphis Maddox and Jalen Hampton and every other player on this team. But how about the special teams for Jackson? In week 1, maybe you would give them a pass if they weren't up to par on it, but they are excelling on all cylinders.
Yeah, they've excelled on all 3 phases tonight so far.
So right back on offense is Edwardsville and Dean Williams. He'll keep this ball himself. He gets outside the tackles, breaks another one. Joe Amore chasing him down, and they're not going to let him make it up much longer. But we do have a penalty. Looks like it will bring this play back.
I think there's going to be a hold right there. Yep.
So it was indeed holding on Edwardsville. That'll bring that play back 5 yards.
That'll be a 10-yard penalty, I think. So they'll start. They'll go to the 16-yard line.
And they'll get a chance to redo that last play.
Just their second penalty of the night. Like I said, both these teams playing well. As far as penalty-wise, neither teams had a lot of penalties.
So Dean Williams takes the play in shotgun. He'll roll out to his left. Pause to throw. It's intercepted. Here comes Jackson looking to make it a pick 6. How about that defense? And what an interception from Griffin Parsons.
Yeah, we said it earlier. You're rolling out to your opposite hand, so you're kind of throwing across the field. He throws across the field there, and Jackson was right there to pick it off.
We take another look at that interception. I mean, quickly does Jackson get back on offense, and we do have an Edwardsville Tiger down after that last play. We'll have to check in on him. How about the defense from Jackson? As if the offense wasn't performing good enough, the linebackers sniff out the play from Dean Williams and give themselves within the 5 field position. So we're going to take a quick break here on AYCORP Sports as we do have an injury timeout. When we're back, it'll be Jackson football. You're watching Jackson football on AYCORP Sports.
Hi, I'm Linda Collier with Young Real Estate. Buying a home can feel overwhelming, but you don't have to do it alone. I'll guide you every step of the way. Let's turn your search into a success.
At First State Community Bank, our why is simple: to bring a positive impact to every community we serve. We are your neighbors and partners in building a stronger hometown. We work side by side with our community to help local businesses grow and families succeed. Our team takes the time to understand what matters to you, combining personal services with the latest technology so you can bank your way. Stop by one of our locations or visit us at fscb.com.
At First State Bank and Trust, protecting your money is easy. You don't have to bury it in the backyard or hide it under the mattress or stash it in your cabinets. With FSBT, your money is safe, secure, and always within reach. Choose your local and trusted bank for more than 90 years. First State Bank and Trust.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
Hampton up the middle. He breaks free now to the 30, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Jackson. He's going to go deep over the middle. Got a post route open, and it is caught. Down at the 1 for Jackson.
Kicks it out to the aforementioned Forrest. Look at the up and my goodness.
Jackson tracks it down, spin move, back up. She is fouled, and the basket.
Make sure your business is there for every moment of Jackson Indian action on AYCORP Sports. Advertise on the broadcast today.
At Southern Bank, we're never not helpful.
Attaboy. Way to hustle for the muscle.
Helping positive gym bros and everybody else.
Hi, I'm Karen Cook. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, this property could be the perfect place to start. Are you looking for a commercial space in downtown Dexter? Well, you've come to the right place. I've got a 4,000 square foot building available.
So we are back here at the pit. That play that you just missed, a quick inside run for Jackson.
Yeah, DJ Johnson there on just a direct snap.
So it'll be just a 2nd and 2 for Jackson, looking to get within the 40s. It's 36-7 right now. They got this field position from a Griffin Parsons interception. They'll give it to Jalen Hampton, and Hamp with his 2nd tutty of the season.
Yeah, just a simple inside handoff, and he was not touched. Just a great job by that offensive line clearing the way for him. Just a tremendous job there by that offensive line.
Great block, and we'll take a quick look at that replay. Jalen Hampton, as stated before, his 2nd touchdown of the day. He has a nose, as you said, David, for the end zone. He's going to be in there a lot.
And we'll try the about the only negative you can say for them is they missed a couple of extra points. We'll see if he can get that fixed here as they lead 42-7.
Absolutely, and it's hard to say almost for an extra point, and you either make it or you miss it, but he did hit the goalpost on the last attempt, and the one before that, it was just right by no more than a couple feet. So he's right there. Jack Henry Outman is the kicker, looking to make it 43-7.
And this should start the turbo clock, I believe, here once they get the 35-point lead. So they.
And this extra point, no good. I don't believe it was blocked. It just did not have the height. It had the distance. Jackson 42, Edwardsville 7. You're watching Jackson Indians football on AYCORP Sports.
A 401k can be an important asset for many Americans' retirements. Its tax advantages and portability may enable workers to build sizable and important nest eggs. But its flexibility can also be costly if you aren't aware of potential mistakes.
For example, our guide will teach you how to avoid penalties and taxation on rollovers, strategies that you can use. Request your guide to avoiding 401k rollover mistakes today at alspotwealthmanagement.com.
Mathis Funeral Home of Dexter and Burney strives to provide their community with the accommodation and service to relieve your family during times of loss. For more information, give them a call and see how Mathis Funeral Home can help meet your expectations in celebrating your loved ones.
If it's not the third quarter, it's definitely the fourth quarter. So I think it's third. I think it's the entire second half.
We welcome you back inside of the pit. David Jenkins, Kyler Messenger bringing you the play-by-play and color commentary. Jackson currently leads 42-7. That's a score for week 1, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And Jackson's put on a terrific performance tonight, in all 3 phases of the game. And one thing, they're going to kick off here from the 25 after the penalty. So
here's the kick off from more of Jackson. Even though they're kicking it from the 25, he gets it to the other 25. Here's Brandon Houston Jr. with the return. A spin, evades 1 tackler. 2 more are there, but a penalty flag is on the field. We're just waiting. Referee's deliberating right now, trying to figure out what that call is.
Yeah, holding there on Edwardsville, so they'll lose 10.
Yep, 10-yard penalty. So Edwardsville, who had great position on their own 40-yard line, gonna bring it back to the 30. Still better field position than they have had to start most of their drives, David. We've talked about the kickoff team for Jackson. They've been elite.
Yeah, they've done a great job on that kick coverage, and we'll see if the running clock right now.
So we have the quarterback 2 into the game for the first time. Brady Reams, and his first throw just a bit behind the receiver, Matthew Wilson. But Reams coming into the game and firing almost immediately.
Yeah, Reams is a throwing quarterback. He's got the stronger arm, and like you said, he threw 3 picks last week, but he threw a lot of passes, I think 15, 16 passes. So, he's kind of their throwing guy. He's not going to be as mobile, though.
Exactly correct. He went 7 for 15 last week, threw 15 passes, went for over 100 yards, had 111 on a week that Edwardsville just simply did not have a lot of offense. So Reams will now hand it off, and Jackson defense led by a lot of men. There's not a single person. It was Gage Parker, but there was a lot of men on that tackle.
Yeah, that's a gang tackle there by that defense. A really nice job. Hold him to about 1.5 yards, maybe 2 yards.
I do apologize. That was Gage Parker who was leading that huddle tackle, though. So Brady Reams, a 6'3" junior quarterback. Dean Williams, the previous quarterback, 5'10", and a senior. Now Reams comes in at 6'3". He'll take the ball. He'll roll left. Reams pump fakes. He's now going to take it. He's got red in front of him. Reams, a super slam from Jackson. It was Grant Allspaw.
Grant Allspaw with a big stick right there and kind of cut him down well short of the first down. It'll be 4th and 5.
I mean, what was Allspaw doing before the game? Watching The Undertaker highlights? I mean, that was a wrestling move right there.
Looked like the spear from Goldberg.
There you go. The spear, Jackson spear. I don't know. Trying to give something where it's not. 4th down here for Edwardsville. They are in punt formation. It's just a 4th and a few to go. And look at that line of Jackson. They're sending pressure right now. Lucas Garman back to punt for Edwardsville. He will get it off. It's a high drive, and it goes out of bounds at just about, we'll say, the 36-yard line. It will be about the 41-yard line where it landed out of bounds. So Jackson will have possession, looking to get some more points on the board. You're watching Jackson Indians football on AYCORP Sports.
At First State Bank and Trust, protecting your money is easy. You don't have to bury it in the backyard or hide it under the mattress or stash it in your cabinets. With FSBT, your money is safe, secure, and always within reach. Choose your local and trusted bank for more than 90 years. First State Bank and Trust.
American energy dominance. It's how we secure our future. By harnessing homegrown energy, we fuel our economy, power industries, and drive innovation. At NextEra Energy, we're investing more than any other company to deliver low-cost, reliable energy that powers our country's future. NextEra Energy Resources, ahead of what's next.
We are back inside of the pit. Did you know that the pit is so old that this was originally the area where the pit is an old abandoned rock quarry, all right? The Jackson pit was built in a rock quarry, and now it is just the pit of football. You could say it's the epitome of football in South Missouri, and now the Indians back on offense. First handoff goes to number 9.
We have the backups in, so as we scramble to find the numbers. Backup quarterback Easton Richardson is in.
Yeah, with Jackson up 42-7, you are getting to see some younger guys getting some action. So Easton Richardson at quarterback. With that run, it was Grant Sander, the sophomore. So how about Easton Richardson? He did get a snap in the first quarter, actually the second play of the game for Jackson. So not his first action today. He has handed the ball off twice. We've yet to see a pass. Here is another handoff, this time to a man in motion. It was Aspen Patterson who's taken down.
Yeah, Patterson, they tried to get him out there on the edge on that sweep, but nice job there by Edwardsville swallowing him up.
So Easton Richardson, the quarterback. We'll talk a little bit about these guys personally. We haven't done it too much today, David, but we'll do it throughout these home broadcasts. We sent out a questionnaire. We got some important information that we need to know about these guys. So in case you were wondering, Easton Richardson's favorite athlete is Andrew Luck. He's a quarterback's quarterback. And it looks like we do have an offsides penalty going to be called on Edwardsville.
And that ought to give them a first down.
You would think so. On a 3rd and 4, you would think that would make it first down Jackson. So out wide is Patterson, quarterback Richardson, running back Sander. Also out wide is freshman Kyler Heath. No bias, but I like him. My name's Kyler. His name is Kyler. Must be a great player. Patterson in motion again. Richardson will fake it and keep him himself. Dekes out the defensive line of Edwardsville and makes it right back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so this has been a great tune-up here for this Jackson Indians team. They're going to go to Louisville, Kentucky next Friday night. They're going to play Ballard over there, and Ballard's another team that's kind of going through their rebuilding this year, and it's they took care of them last year, but they're going to go out there and play. They lost that Ballard team. They lost last week to Lexington Catholic. Say that fast, 19-6, and they played Louisville Male tonight, who's a really good team. So they're definitely the underdogs in that one.
Another handoff from Richardson to Sander. Sander breaks a few tackles. He's got Green in front of him, one man to beat, who's gonna bring him down. How about that run from the sophomore Grant Sander?
Yeah, about a 25-yard run. They're going to tack on some yards at the end of it. They got him with a horse collar at the end. A really nice run.
So he gets even more yards. We talked about Easton Richardson's favorite athlete being Andrew Luck. The running back Sander, his favorite athlete, Christian McCaffrey, and he sure was looking like him on that run.
Yeah, he did. That was a really nice run. Got him out there on the edge, and he just took off. Another one of these Jackson players has got great speed. Looks like they're going to have it on the 7 now after the penalty.
So how about this for Richardson? I mean, a true freshman coming into the pit and getting varsity action here in the first week. It's got to be an electric life to live.
Yeah, I'm sure he wasn't expecting to play the second play of the game, but yeah, he's done a really nice job. This Jackson team, they're loaded. They've got a lot of weapons, even sitting waiting their turn.
Richardson keeps it himself again, and he gets swallowed behind the line. It is the starters of Edwardsville still in. That was Hill Lomax with the tackle. I don't know who was viewing the game last year between Edwardsville and Jackson, but on defense, who just made that play is Braylon Hill Lomax. Last year, Edwardsville had a star receiver named Devin Hill Lomax, related to Braylon, who's on the defense today. Devin currently plays at Mizzou with former Jackson Indian Bryson Wessel.
Yeah, it's a couple of guys from that game last year go over at Mizzou, and you've got already a guy from Jackson already signed with Kansas State. These are some good teams.
Another handoff to Sander. Sander makes a juke, has himself wrapped up, and he stays alive, but then he's brought down for a gain of 1.
Yeah, really nice job there, grabbing onto his leg and not letting go there by Luke Ramirez for Edwardsville.
I mean, you mentioned it. So Bryson Wessel last year played offensive line and defensive line for Jackson, now at Mizzou. Braden Harris, the left tackle who's committed to Kansas State, he had an offer from Mizzou, but he's chosen to go to Kansas State.
Yeah, and Connor Tollison, who played here at Jackson a few years ago, he played for 5 years up at Mizzou, and was a starter for the last couple up there and did a tremendous job for them.
Absolutely. Got a training camp invitation from the 49ers this summer, and Tollison has since actually retired from football. Richardson rolling out right, looking for his first touchdown of the season. Easton Richardson, what a throw, what a catch.
Yeah, his first throw of the year, and that's a touchdown pass.
Not too bad if you ask me, and it's to the man of the hour, Kyler Heath.
There you go, Kyler. You got.
That's my boy.
Your boy with the touchdown catch there.
That's my boy right there. Shout out Kyler. And Kyler Heath, the speedy. I don't know. We mentioned those Blaine Reagan.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long.
Ranked. So Blaine Reagan, #1 on the squad, presumably. But Kyler Heath, the incoming freshman, 7th on the squad. Now this extra point is good by Jackson. Kyler Heath, as a freshman, ran a 4.67 40, and he gets in the end zone on his first catch in the zone. It is Jackson 49, Edwardsville 7. He's David Jenkins. I'm Kyler Messenger. You're watching Jackson football on AYCORP Sports.
Agriculture is not a fad, and it's not for the faint of heart. Long days become long nights, sacrificing time away from your family, even on weekends, just so you can get the crop in and get the crop out. This is your way of life. At Farm Credit Southeast Missouri, we are 100% bought into your commitment. Because we are customer-owned, it is our mission to be your ag lender, and we intend to be your value-added partner for next year and the long term.
Your ag lender will always be there.
Hi, I'm Karen Cook. If you're ready to take your business to the next level, this property could be the perfect place to start. Are you looking for a commercial space in downtown Dexter? Well, you've come to the right place. I've got a 4,000 square foot building available with endless business possibilities.
Welcome back inside of the pit. The Jackson Indians lead the Edwardsville Tigers 49-7. They lead by 42 here with under 10 minutes to go. 7 minutes and 9 seconds to be exact. Here's Nolan Moore with the kickoff. And man, this kid kicks it far. Houston back to return within his own 5. He's being chased down by some red defenders, and he is brought down at the 13-yard line. A couple shoves back and forth between Jackson and Edwardsville on that last possession, and you see Coach Ryan Nesbitt not having that with his team. He gets in the face of his defender on that. Not something that you want to see in a game that you're up 42. You imagine that Ryan Nesbitt will handle that.
Yeah, and probably some frustration on Edwardsville, their end as well. I mean, but it's been a physical game. Jackson's had a lot of big hits on them, and I'm sure that Edwardsville didn't expect to come down here and be down 49-7.
Absolutely not. I mean, a team, they did have their first losing season last year since 2010, but a team that is very, very known for winning. They've actually produced a lot of NFL talent, Edwardsville has, as the quarterback Reams drops back to throw. He completes this pass.
Looks like it for about a gain of 3, just a little quick out.
He completed it on over to Matthew Kostich. And so, David, we talk about these NFL players that Edwardsville has produced. We talked about some of the college players that Jackson has produced, like Connor Tollison, Bryson Wessel, Braden Harris, and a bunch of other players up and coming. But how about the NFL talent for Edwardsville? We'll name them after this play. Shotgun for Reams. He's going to look deep, an overthrow, but they were looking for a long ball. Back-to-back throws to Matthew Kostich. So Edwardsville has produced a defensive tackle who was drafted in the 3rd round by the New England Patriots, Vincent Valentine. They had cornerback Craig Jones, who went to Edwardsville High School, played in the NFL from 2018 to 2023. The kicker, Riley Patterson, currently plays for the Dolphins. He's played for about 6 different NFL teams. And then, probably the best Edwardsville High School grad ever, Buffalo Bills 7th-year linebacker, A.J. Epinesa.
Yeah, I remember whenever he played for them. That's a heck of a player.
Absolutely.
Right now for the Buffalo Bills.
So the quarterback taking off, Reams, is going to get smashed by the Indians.
Yeah, that's a big hit there by Jackson. Had him wrapped up low, and he stood him up, and they just nailed him at the top. That's a tough hit, but he hops up and runs to the sideline. So It shows his toughness right there.
Yeah, you love to see that. You don't want any more injuries. Edwardsville came into this season with their leading tackler already out. That was Oliver Brown. Their second leading tackler, Jack Haggerty, also out. We've seen a cornerback. We've seen at least 3 players for Edwardsville be talked to or walked off by trainers. So it's just not something that you want to root for, not something that you ever even want to see. And so it's glad to see Reams get up and all healthy after that one. It'll be Lucas Beck to punt. Lucas Garman. And Garman skies this ball to the sideline. We could almost reach out of our window here in the press box and catch that ball, David.
Kicked it in the stands. That's you don't see that every day. Jackson will have great field position here once again. With about 4 minutes left to play, they might be able to put some more points on the board here with their second unit.
Yeah, and it's a running clock here in the fourth, so they're letting the young guys get to play. We're just going to stay here. No point to go to break on a running clock. David, let's talk about the district assignments for Jackson this season. Those did come out today as it is the first day of the season. What do you got for us?
Yeah, you know, they're back in there with Seckman, who they beat last year. They've got Oakville, who's pretty good, and Northwest, along with Lindbergh. And Lindbergh lost last night to Vianney, but that's a pretty good district, but one that I think Jackson likes. They think they can probably, I'm sure they think they can win that once again. They've won that the last few years, and it's usually made up by the same teams.
Absolutely. So Richardson dumps it off to Sander again. Sander gains about 2. And bring it up to 2nd and 8.
Yeah, not huge numbers on the ground here for Jackson tonight. 64 yards for Jalen Hampton on 12 carries is what he finished with. But, 19 yards from Memphis Maddox on his only carry. Grant Sander right now, he's got 34 yards on 5 carries. So not huge numbers, but they've been very efficient. And of course, they hit those big pass plays as well.
So it is important to mention, we did see early in this game Jalen Hampton come up limping, but he was able to enter the game back seemingly okay. So that was a good sign for Jackson. Here's another handoff to Sander. And he has a successful run. It'll be 3rd and just a couple to go. It's running clock, but Jackson's not going to force anything here. They're going to keep running the football.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so. Got a score. Sykeston leads Park Hills Central 32-7. So it looks like they're going to pick up a win. That's a win of the first game of the season, so that's a good way to start for the Bulldogs.
You didn't ask, David, but I'm going to tell you, Grant Sander, the sophomore running back for Jackson, what do you think his gas station order is, right? You get a snack, you get a drink from the gas station. You don't got to guess, but feel free if you want to.
I would have no idea.
So Grant Sander, if he goes to the gas station, he's getting a Reese's and a Mountain Dew.
Well, there you go. Can't go wrong with a Reese's.
You cannot. So they'll hand it off to Sander again. He's brought down after gaining the first down, so it'll be 1st and 10 Indians.
Yeah, we're under 2 minutes to play here as this clock keeps ticking. Maybe just a couple more plays, and this one will be done. Tyler Fisher, got some numbers on him. He finished the game 12 of 20 for 224 yards. It's a pretty good night there for Tyler Fisher's first varsity start.
Yeah, and first half was complete. They had 2 running touchdowns. They had some good passes. But how about the passing in the second half from Fisher and the receivers? And what a cut right there from Jackson. It's Lawson Tyser. Tyser looking to get to the end zone, and that is just what he might do. Lawson Tyser, what a run. These young guns are coming into the game and proving themselves. Here's a fun fact while we watch this replay for Lawson Tyser. We're giving them to you, so we might as well continue. Not only can he run the football, nice cutback, but Lawson Tyser says that he is the best golfer on the Jackson High School football team.
There you go.
Yeah.
Maybe give me some lessons.
Right? Maybe me too. The young kid, nice golfer as well as a great football player. I've never seen him golf, so I'm not going to call him great. I don't know, but he's probably great if he's better at golf than he is if he's anywhere close at golf than he is at football. This extra point off of the crossbar, so they won't get an extra one. Jackson 55, Edwardsville 7. A minute left to go. Final break for us here at AYCORP. He's David Jenkins. I'm Kyler Messenger. You're watching Jackson football on AYCORP Sports.
In farming, the weather always cooperates. The soil is always balanced. Seedlings always flourish.
But that's fantasy. This is farming. Seed, bred and tested for your reality. Dynagrow Seed, for real.
At SEMO Health Network, we strive to provide caring and affordable health care. We provide medical, dental, OB, and behavioral health services to everyone that may need it. For more information, visit our website and let SEMO Health Network take care of you.
We welcome you back inside of the pit. It is Jackson 55, Edwardsville 7.
Big game here from this Jackson Indians. This is the way you want to start the season. All three phases of the game, they played really well. The only thing you can say is a negative for this Jackson team is they put the ball on the ground a couple of times and they missed a couple of extra points. But other than that, I mean, they played really, really well.
Yep, it's things that they can improve on.
Absolutely,
for sure. So here's the kickoff from Moore, maybe the farthest one that he's booted today. I don't know. He's kicked some far ones. That ball within the 10. And how about the Jackson defense? They're going to swallow the return man all the way back to the 1-yard line.
I think they're going to stop his forward progress here at about the 6-yard line. But still, on a kickoff, you're starting at the 6. I don't know. If I'm Edwardsville, I may just take a knee here. You don't want to turn it over. Or maybe just run one play.
I mean, these Indians are playing hard, so you don't want to risk any injury. I mean, how about that? You're up by so many points, and you're still tracking down kickoffs like that.
A great job on this kickoff coverage team all night long. It's been impressive. But if I'm here, I just hand this ball game off and get out of here with without any more injuries.
So it'll be Brady Reams. He is going to throw the ball. Reams with a successful completion. Edwardsville. They're not listening to us, David.
Nope,
They're pushing the football.
Nope, they don't care. Get a 15-yard gain there right before the end of the game. But
so it was Matthew Wilson with that catch, and that is going to be it. As if you didn't think Jackson's 12-1 season last year was good. How are they going to come out today? You might have thought it might have been slow. It was not. Jackson wins 55-7. They win on all cylinders. They win the running battle. They win the throwing battle. They win the special teams, and they win the turnover battle. That was really essential. So Ryan Nesbitt and the rest of the Indian Co. goes 1-0.
Yeah, just like I said just a second ago, kind of repeating myself. It's I mean, all three phases tonight looked really good here for this Jackson team. Their offense clicked, especially there in the second half. They were able to hit some big plays. They were able to grind out drives. Defensively, they did a really nice job. Only one drive was at Edwardsville. They hit some big plays and kind of caught them a little bit. But other than that, and obviously the kickoff coverage and the kick return for a touchdown, just a lot of big plays here for this Jackson team. A great defensive showing. Just a really good, nice way to start the season for this Jackson Indian team.
I mean, a lot of highlight plays. You mentioned the kickoff return. We started the game off with the blocked kick, and then they had some defensive hit sticks, and then we had some one-handed bobble catches turned into two-handed nice catches, DJ Johnson and Evan Turley. Then DJ Johnson decided to go crazy and scored 2 straight touchdowns. Then you had the Memphis Maddox run. I mean, there was highlight plays all around today, David.
Yeah, there was. In the first half, Jackson was running the ball, kind of grinding it out a little bit. They hit, like you said, Maddox had the big run. You had the awesome catch there, by DJ Johnson, and he had 3 catches, 133 yards for the night for him. Just a huge night for him. But, first half, it was kind of, we're going to grind it out. Second half, we're going to hit the big plays on you. And they were able to do that. Just a tremendous job by this Jackson team, the coaching staff, and the players putting together. Honestly, they look like they're in midseason form, and this was just game 1 for them.
I mean, I'm sure if you're a Jackson fan, you were excited for this game, but how do you got to be feeling moving forward with the season? What a start to the year, not just a win. a commanding one at that.
Yeah, and this is a great start. You've got a tough schedule coming up. You've got some good teams on your schedule, like St. Mary's and Cardinal Ritter. You're going to go to Hannibal. You're going to go to Louisville next week. It's a really nice, but it's a really nice start to this season. And like I said, they're going to have some tough games coming up. They play Louisville Ballard next week. I think that's a game that they're going to travel out there. That's a team that only returns 3 starters on offense, really struggled to score in their first game. So you'd like to think that this Jackson defense kind of pin their ears back again and go get them and see what they can do next week.
Absolutely. So they go to Louisville, Kentucky next week. Then they'll go to Sikeston on the 18th of September. We're back on the call, David. St. Mary's from St. Louis will travel down here to play. Week after that, it's Farmington, followed by Poplar Bluff, and then Cape Central, Hannibal, and Cardinal Ritter to end the year off. So that's the schedule for Jackson. David, anything else to add for Jackson football tonight?
No, just can't wait to see what next week's game looks like. It's gonna be a lot of fun doing all these home games, and this is like I said, it's the it's the epitome of Southeast Missouri football right now. It's just the peak of it, and this is just a team. And again, it looks like they're firing on all cylinders. Looks like they got out of here mostly healthy tonight. I didn't see any injuries for them, so that's good. So a good start to the season for these Indians.
So once again, he's David Jenkins. I'm Kyler Messenger. But David, all we got to do for the AYCORP team is talk, right? There is a huge production team behind it. We talked about it at halftime, but just again, a huge thank you to everybody involved tonight. Stephen Byler directing, Cooper Knight on graphics, Brad Halford, Nolan Atkinson, and Peyton Hartline on our cameras, Chase Rogers taking the flicks, and then the crew from above, Luke Carter, Tori Peterson, Josh I, Philip Britt, Andrew Moore, Spencer Magruder, and of course, Barry Aycock. So AYCORP Sports and Jackson football season is here. The Indians win Game 1, 55-7. David Jenkins and Kyler Messenger signing off.